See, the usual gang of misfits and dope addicts are here.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody in Kaysville, Texas. Sorry, I've been having trouble this
Kaysville.
Somebody.
All right.
Kaysville is the important part here.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because yesterday, actually,
Yeah?
John Barbata, former Turtles and Jefferson Starship
Oh,
drummer.
I didn't know he was a drummer with the Turtles
Yeah.
as well.
He's mostly known for Jefferson Starship.
That
Threw that one on.
So the Turtles, a very interesting band. At first, I think that was the first song I ever heard by them. It was their first hit, I think, and I thought, oh, this is I don't like this very much. It's too sappy. But then they started doing other stuff. They did "It Ain't Me, Babe" by Bob Dylan. They did that Bob Dylan song. They did "You Baby." They did "She'd Rather Be With Me," and then "Eleanor," and then "You Showed Me," and I started to love the band. I just thought they were great, and
some girls love to run around, love to handle everything they see. But my girl has more fun around, and you know she'd rather be with me.
yeah, and
Hits. Hit after hit after hit.
yeah, this is Eleanor, right?
You gotta think about you. I just can't live without you. I really want you, Eleanor, near me. Your looks intoxicate me.
I'm just surprised somebody did. Oh, Katie's singing this. How do you know the words to this, Kate?
This is one of my favorite songs
Oh,
ever.
I
Wow.
didn't know.
That's a great song.
Katie. I think you're swell and you do me well.
Now, so you've got to realize what's going on. They're doing that with a bit of irony. They know how stupid it sounds, and it's subtle, but they know how dumb that sounds.
If
And
you
that's
ever
what
if
they
you
do.
ever saw Flo and Eddie interviewed,
Yeah.
you could tell that
Howard Kalin and Mark Volman.
they approached.
Got it.
When the band broke up, they did their own thing. The Turtles featuring Flo and Eddie, and they also Flo and Eddie sang with Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention on several projects. And
I always learn things on farting around.
Indeed.
oh yeah, there's John Barbata. There he is. I'm looking at the Turtles wiki page.
The Twiddles.
The Twiddles. You go back and listen to some of these songs that are just, and there is there's a kind of nasty edge to them in a way. I think you're swell, and you do me well.
Jane,
I mean, we could open with this.
I love this song.
He drummed on this one as well.
I think this is a great song. You can hate Jefferson, whatever they were when they did this, but
Jefferson Motor Car.
Well, they were fine when they were Jefferson Starship. It's when they dropped the Jefferson part. They kind of.
Muhammad can sing this song.
This
and he
was
sounds just like
The Prophet Muhammad can
Yep.
sing this song.
No, my son, not the prophet, but he sounds just like Mickey.
This is when they were kind of going downhill, though.
This doesn't sound like they're going downhill. It sounds like they're at the top of the hill here.
Yeah.
If only you believe in magic.
Miracles.
Miracles, yeah. This is still Grace Slick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, she stayed with the band through Starship.
I do not believe in miracles.
And then she, but you believe the devil is a joke. What is with you?
Those two things go together.
Well, I guess maybe they do.
those things correspond.
This isn't too bad. I think Grace Slick's arthritic hips kind of put an end to it. I claimed the other day that some rock star had a kid that they named America.
Yeah,
And
Grace
that was-
Slick.
But it was Grace Slick. But I was
It was China.
I said it was She had she named her kid China.
Yes.
But somebody did name their kid American. I can't think of who it is.
Do you want me to Google who named their kid America?
Yeah.
What musician?
Yeah, this doesn't do anything much for me. Hey, boy, it had a lot of hits, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Starship.
You don't know how much I love you.
This is the same drummer that died.
Yeah.
The same drummer
Barbada.
that died, yeah.
Barbada.
Find your way back.
Mm-hmm.
This one's not too bad.
You know it's been a long, long road since I packed up and left on my
Mickey, what was his name? Mickey.
Thomas.
Is he still about?
Yeah.
Still kicking about, is
I
he?
mean, I don't know if he's kicking. It's funny. So I Googled what celebrity named their kid America, and I've happened upon a website of weird names celebrities have given their kids.
Oh, yes.
I mean, there's the Apple, obviously,
Obviously.
and Moon Unit,
Yeah.
and
Frank
Zappa.
And Moxie Crime Fighter.
And Moxie Crime Fighter is on there. That's Penn Jillette's daughter. And Pilot Inspector,
That's Cage.
Jason Lee's kid.
Oh.
Pilot Inspector?
Your Majesty Jackson.
Of course, of course.
I have no America on here, though, Bill. I'm not saying there isn't one, but it's not on this
Well.
list. So.
Maybe I dreamt it or made it up. I don't know.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
Okay. It's time to take a break, and then we'll come back with your check-ins. Maybe you'll tell us your favorite Turtle song. 877-602-9696 is the number. 877-602-9696. We like to hear from you in the morning. It helps us get going, well, along with our Mill Creek coffee, of course.
Oh, yes.
We have our Mill Creek
I got to
coffee,
get mine going here.
and we have check-ins, and that's what we like to do. So call and check in, 877-602-9696. You can also text us, 33986. I got email. I got a couple of emails, and I wonder why I got sent these.
Are they of interest?
Yes, in a perverse way, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Email. Oh, interest.
And I got this one. Let's see. It came in the 1st of March. Dear Bill, claim your free box of MagTech 9mm 115 grain bullets. We're giving away our surplus ammo to the next 500 people.
Free bullets?
Right now, you can grab a free box of MagTech 9mm 115 grain. Just confirm your shipping details on the next page, and we'll send your bullets right out.
Bullets in the mail?
Yeah, except not if you live in New York, California, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Hawaii, Arkansas, Illinois, New Jersey, or D.C.
But Utah, you can mail. Can you put my address in there? Because
Claim your free ammo.
I know you don't have any guns, but we have guns.
MagTech 9mm brass boxer brass casing.
Well, unless it's shotgun shells, I'm not interested.
I just don't know why I would get that. And then a couple of days later, I get this. Bill, it's now time to buy your Trump knife.
What?
Trump 2024 Save America automatic knife.
An automatic knife.
Huh?
Laser
How does
etched.
that work?
Well, I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Because my son has one, not a Trump one, but he has an automatic knife. Laser etched with President Trump's slogan, "Save America." It says, rapid deploy, one click, eject mechanism, triple beveled razor sharp, massive 8 inches of length with 3.5-inch blade. Perfect for everyday concealed carry.
Proceeds go directly to E. Jean Carroll.
Yes, send me the Trump 2024 Save America automatic knife and you'll get 70% off.
Oh,
And-
there it is.
And an automatic knife is you just press a little button, and it just looks like a case.
Yeah.
And then the blade comes out.
Now,
of
does it come out at an
Stra-
angle,
no,
or does it come
no,
straight out?
Comes straight out.
So it's not like a switchblade, but it.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, the switchblade was right out the top, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Some of them were.
it's kind of a switchblade, but it's a little different.
How much is it?
Why did I get this? It doesn't say how much it is. It says that I can save 70%.
Oh,
I don't think it says.
it's going to trick
Yeah.
you into getting too
Yeah.
far into it to turn back. It's because you were a registered Republican for a while, I bet.
Yep, that's what happened.
I get all kinds
Oh.
of text message. When Nikki Haley was running, I got a text message every other day from Nikki Haley.
How am I
and-
avoiding that then? Because I'm registered. I'm a rhino, but I
don't get all those?
I don't get any of that
Hmm.
stuff.
I get a text message. I got a text message from somebody running as a Democrat for Mitt Romney's seat.
Oh, you know what,
A
though?
woman.
It's probably based on our address. What
Oh.
gets pushed your way?
Oh,
It
this
must be, yeah.
this
zip
tr-
code.
I just clicked on the website for the Trump knife.
Don't
It
do it,
comes.
Billy.
It's coming from Trump.
You
Trump
clicked on the
organization.
website. Now they know you
That's what I'm saying.
were interested.
You
Now
gotta
they're
pay.
gonna send you more
You gotta
stuff.
pay the fines and lawyers.
I wanted to see how much it was. There's a picture of Donald Trump, and there's a knife. Boom, boom. Oh my God! Make America great again. And I like that they say it's perfect to carry it, concealed.
Somebody should sell Dark Brandon aviator glasses. Is somebody doing that?
Probably.
They should.
Because they could make money on those.
This says that this knife is a must-have for every
A
true patriot.
must-have.
For every true patriot, and as a symbol of support for President Trump's promise of putting America first and stabbing your enemies.
How much is it that they want for it?
I'm trying to find a price, and it's on the website here. And
I'm
'Cause
telling you, they're going to suck you into getting so far into it.
Yeah,
You're buying
that's
it.
true. Don't do it. Never
small
mind.
on size, big on features. Oh, it says USA on the clip.
It's no NAF's knife. I'll tell you that much.
Amen.
Perfect for military personnel, first responders, law enforcement.
First responders.
Oh my God! And it got that. Now here's a big comparison of different knives and why this one is the best.
Well,
First responders makes me think about Festus because he got his EMT certification kind of as a separate
Oh,
thing.
yeah?
And for Christmas, he got special scissors that EMTs use to cut your clothes
clothing.
off.
cut your
Yeah.
clothing
And
off.
he got they're engraved like with his name.
Wow.
Special clothes cutting scissors.
Okay.
You don't need a Trump knife for that. You
Now
need
are they rounded tips so you don't cut people but you just cut their clothes?
Probably, yeah.
The Trump knife. There's hashtag Let's Go Brandon, hashtag Trump 2024. Yeah, no, it's still not telling me the price. It
No.
says check availability.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
they're
click
gonna
on that.
keep clicking
Oh wait,
through.
nope. There's the price. $39.95.
That means it's a $5 knife,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of the money's going to pay for lawyers and fines.
Yeah. There are limited knives left.
And self tanner.
He's and Trump's pictures all over the website.
Ugh.
It's just creepy. It's creepy stuff. There's your guy, Mike Lee,
Yep.
trying to sell me an automatic knife that's easy to conceal.
Easy to conceal, it says right there.
These next few months are going to go by so slow.
You think?
I just get me to November and then let me put all this behind us. I just
Get me to the church on time.
means we got Green Day. Well, Wake Me Up When September Ends coming up for Gina Barbera. No.
There, I've unsubscribed from that email.
6.
All right, 6:21. Let's get this over with.
All right, you don't want to talk to us. We don't want to talk to you either. So there. Don't call us at 877-602-9696. Just don't. Don't call us. We don't want to hear from you. Do not call us to check in with the radio from. This is what they call reverse psychology.
It's going to work. I know it.
I know it will. 877-602-9696. You can also text us 33986. Gina.
Buy 3, get 1 free at Big O Tires now through May 26th during the Ready to Road Trip sale. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
The moon is like right half full now, 50.4% of full. The moon will rise today at 1:06 p.m. Today being Wednesday, it's the 15th day of May in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2024. It's National Asphalt Day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, get out and have some fun with tar. My dad often beat the tar out of me. That's another. I should look up and see where that phrase comes from. It's Tourette Awareness Month, and it made me think of our old intern, Twitchy Phil.
Yes.
And I wonder where Phil is right now. And
Phil, let us know if you're out there.
Yeah, Phil, we'd like to hear from you. We always loved you. Phil invented the Radio from Hell board game, and we'd just like to know how you're doing. It's Buddha Day. Celebrated to commemorate the birth, enlightenment, and death of Siddhartha Gautama. National Chocolate Chip Day. And Break the Glass Ceiling Day. Gina could tell you all about that.
I did it.
Yep.
But, as I often say, I did it with the assistance of men. I had I had compliant men. I had encouraging men.
How dare
Help
you
me.
call us compliant?
Help me get there. So men, help the ladies.
So there you go. It's time to now introduce the cast members of the Radio from Hell show. Right over there, Carrie Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Handsome Bill Allred. That's Gina Marie Barberi, Glass Ceiling Breaker. Katie for short is our fine producer. Macy is helping out as well. And we have a dog, Vax, in there. And then that blonde person that
Marin.
Marin.
We haven't officially
We
met
haven't really
Marin
met
yet.
Marin. She just shows up once in a while and
She's helping.
she watches.
She's a helper.
Okay. All right, so here we go with check-ins, 877-602-9696. Look, see, reverse psychology, I told you.
Karen from Wendover.
Karen of Wendover, good morning.
Good morning. How are you all today?
You sound like you're driving into Salt Lake for a doctor's appointment.
I am.
How many days a week do you drive into Salt Lake from Wendover for a doctor's appointment?
Once a month.
Once a month? And then what, is this some business that your family has? What?
Yeah, the A1 vacuum.
A1 vacuum.
Oh, that's
right.
right. That's right.
Yes, A1 vacuum. So there you go. Karen, I hope your doctor's visit goes well.
Oh, yeah, well, I get the great annual boob squeeze. I have the mammogram today.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
That's super fun, but important to do, so I'm glad you're doing it.
All right. Well, be careful on the road, and thanks for checking in.
All right, have a great day, guys.
There you go.
Late.
Bye-bye.
On the radio.
Hello?
Well,
It's that Don.
it's hi.
Hi, Dawn.
Hello. Good morning. Top of the morning to you.
Thank you.
How are you?
You
Oh, I'm pretty good.
shouldn't ask questions.
Other than I have to work 4 nines.
Yeah,
I don't
gee,
know if
let's-
you remember, but Dawn works 4 nines.
Let's go into your schedule again, Don, because it's just fascinating radio when we hear about your
I'm
work
getting
schedule.
Poor, I'm getting really poor really fast.
You're
I
getting.
used to be somebody.
Really?
Who were
I
you
do
when you
get to work for Habitat for Humanity once in a while, though,
That's
so that's
cool.
pretty good.
I used to be somebody. Now I'm just a bum. Let's face it, Charlie. Marlon Brando
Were you a
on the
contender?
waterfront. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of just a bum. Let's face it, Charlie. Yeah.
Thanks, Don.
Bill.
Thanks. Thanks
bye.
for checking in, bum. Or Don. See ya.
Thanks. Glad he called in this morning because, he's going to come up again. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
He's going to come up again.
All right.
All right, let's go to Meshach. Hi, Meshach.
Meshach of Erda.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm just out flipping my 30-pound beef shoulder for the last time of the 30-hour smokes. We can have
Wow.
some good dinner tonight.
That 30 pounds sounds like more than dinner. That sounds like
You're smoking 30 pounds of beef shoulder?
I am. I've got 35 teenage soccer players to feed.
there you go.
So
it's the soccer banquet, right? It's the end of the season soccer banquet.
That it is.
How long does it take you to smoke 30 pounds of beef?
30
I
hours.
started yesterday morning at 6 a.m.
Oh, jeez. So
30 hours. It'll come off about 3:30 this afternoon.
That is dedication.
I'll say.
I'm telling you. Will it be
It's
delicious,
an art
though?
form, that's for sure.
It'll
It,
be...
it will be delicious.
What kind of wood you
What
using?
kind of smoker and what kind of... You using the pellets or what?
I'm using the pellets. I use an apple and mesquite mix.
There you go. That's a good mix.
You got you got yourself a Traeger? What do you got?
Yep, I use the Traeger.
There you go.
Yeah. That's a Utah company, you know.
I do. That's why I support local.
Smoke locally. That's
Smoke
what I say.
local.
That's right. Low and slow.
Smoke locally.
Low and slow.
All right. Well, thanks for checking in, Meshach.
Sketchy Blake of Ogden checking in. Much like the Turtles, I also think Radio from Hell is swell.
We do you well.
Zane of Bountiful checking in on my way to work. Got must-goes? Send them to radiofromhell@x96.com.
Zane is our biggest cheerleader for Must Goes being
Wow.
sent in.
Let's see. Real rootin' tootin' farting around this morning from Dirty Cliff. April of American Fork checking in. Turtle Song. Grim Reaper of Love. I bet Frank Christ knows that one. Mitch, the finance guy, Pleasant Grove, checking in, going out to breakfast this morning with my coworkers at Jeremiah's on 12th Street in Ogden today to see if I can use a cup of coffee.
Jeremiah is still there. It's like a log. It looks like a log cabin sort of place.
Favorite Turtle song, She'd Rather Be With Me, Dr. Mike.
Thanks.
Mike
Hey,
of,
Dr. Mike.
Mike of Nashville checking in. Anyone else miss the phone beeps? No? Just me?
You don't miss that.
Let's see. Meshach of Erda. Well, we just heard from him, flipping the beef shoulder. I love Eleanor, but Me First in the Gimme Gimme's cover will always be
I'm sure
superior.
Katie knows that one, too, probably.
Let's see if we can find that one real quick.
Eleanor, gee, I think
Farrell
you're
Fergal
swell.
of Rose Park is here. Dan of Evanston checking in. Tree of Maine says I would call if I could.
Electric Garland of Ogden checking in. Apparently, Mike Lee likes to ski.
This sounds like London Calling.
You got a thing about you. I just can't live without you. I really want you, Eleanor, near me.
Yeah.
Your looks intoxicate me.
Evil Janitor checking in. 5 more days of these crazy kids. Metal Shop Mark, babysitting in Roy. There you go.
Not bad.
Yeah. Traffic, Gina, please.
Oh, well, we heard from Right Wing Wade, who said everything's moving fine on I-15 this morning. And I would agree, Wade. I checked our UDOT cameras, and there are no accidents or even slowdowns being reported. If you are part of the Infiniteam, that's all of y'all. You can text us and let us know what you're seeing on the roads, 33986.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back after these messages and a song with your big boy news. And then Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. It's the Dead Celebrity Game. We'll explain how to play, what you'll win coming up. Things that must go coming up at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. Stand by for all of
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
Would you like celebrities who were rich before they were famous?
Oh, okay.
Would you like celebrities who are terrible neighbors? Would you like stingy celebrities? Or would you like celebrities with criminal parents?
Yeah.
I don't know. You pick. I don't.
What was the second one?
The second one was worst neighbors.
What was the first one?
Rich before they were famous.
Rich before famous, stingy celebrities.
I want to know bad neighbors.
Bad
Are
neighbors.
they all about celebrities?
They're all celebrity lists.
Oh, okay.
If you have a different list, Bill, if you think you
Well,
can do better,
Well, you didn't give me a heads up, or I would have looked.
Okay.
Celebrity health scares throughout the years. Huh? How about that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because that connotates to me that they got better.
yeah, that's true.
So, bad neighbors.
bad neighbors. Okay, number one,
All right.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, say no
Okay,
more.
Move on.
Hulk Hogan's neighbors hated the little farm he had next to his house, full of chickens, roosters, rabbits, dogs. They complained that it was noisy and smelly.
Wait a minute. He had rabbits?
Apparently,
Hulk Hogan is noisy and smelly.
in 2012, Katy Perry was dating John Mayer, and her neighbors called the cops, supposedly, due to their loud bedroom sessions one night.
Is
Loud John Mayer sex one night.
Is Katy Perry on the bad list these days?
Yeah, because she...
What'd she do?
Well, so there was a group of... This is a different list.
Okay.
A group of celebrities that were rooting for the billionaire that wanted to be the mayor of L.A.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
And then there were celebrities rooting for the
one
nice lady who won.
Who won? Yeah, okay. All right.
Simon Cowell.
Oh, I imagine he'd
Well-
be a terrible neighbor.
He does everything bad.
He constantly parked cars in front of other people's houses, and I mean that's not super bad.
He throws beer bottles in their front yard.
Yeah.
Let's see, Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to be neighbors to her.
It's not her fault though, because it's paparazzi follows her everywhere.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's I'll give Britney a break on that's not her fault. David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer.
Bad neighbor?
In 2010, the Friends star bought a 5-story townhouse in New York that was built in 1852. He tore it down to build a 6-story mansion, and his neighbors were so angry that he tore it down, they spray painted "Ross is not cool" on the side of the building. Maybe they're the bad neighbors.
Ross is not cool. Of all the derogatory things. I love that.
Natasha Lyonne. Now, this was in 2004, before she got sober.
Okay, yeah, she's had some problems.
Drug-addled Natasha threatened to molest her neighbor's dog. She said she would never do that.
Wait,
now.
hey.
What?
Well, no, let's move
That's
on.
not
with
Russian
that.
doll
Fine.
behavior.
Let's see. James Franco.
Yeah,
well-
he would be a jerk.
The actors received lots of complaints about the way he treats his home like a film set, blocking driveways with trailers, taking over people's yards for meetings.
Wow.
Minnie Driver.
Oh, now,
No.
come on.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
sweet Minnie Driver.
Tread lightly.
According to TMZ, the actress was sued for throwing baby food jars full of black paint at her neighbor's under construction home because she didn't like what they were building.
She lived next door to Ross.
I'll bet. Wait a minute. Black paint and baby. Oh, so that when it smashes against the wall.
I mean, so
it's
she
like-
thought this through.
Wow.
Let's see. Justin Theroux. So he was the Leftovers and
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer Aniston's
I was
ex.
going to say he was dating her. Yeah.
Apparently, his neighbors complained because he lifts weights early in the morning, and he does that
does the
weightlifter
grunt
thing where
thing.
and throws the weights
well,
down.
Jerk.
People are complain about the dumbest thing.
I would hate to hear that every morning.
If it was Justin Theroux,
Tracy Morgan.
I imagine living
he goes around trying to put a baby in everybody.
He installed a shark tank in his apartment in Manhattan, and the lights that illuminated the tank caused a fire in the building. for his
How am I supposed to know this, Liz Lemon?
Let's see, who else do we have here? Anthony Michael Hall
Yeah, I've heard this story, yeah.
was arrested after he cursed at a neighbor and threatened to beat him to a pulp, and then knocked on his door and said, "Come out here and fight me. I dare you to fight me."
I hear that he's difficult.
Well,
That's a nice way of putting
It's
it.
that, and he also refuses to wash his hair. So it's,
And this is on the list, and it pains me to read this.
Oh, Julia Roberts?
You're very close.
Sandy
You're
Bullock.
so close.
Sandy Bullock.
You're so close. George and Amal Clooney.
Oh,
you
now.
know they're my favorite
Stop it.
celebrity couple.
Stop it.
Their neighbors complained about an invasion of privacy by a security setup at their English country home, and the renovations went on too long. This is
Well,
not.
that's-
This is not. See,
George is not cool.
No, George is not cool.
People, it went on too long.
I mean, it is a little annoying when.
Yes.
But so there you go.
They had contractor problems, you know.
It happens.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
It's going to be my new put down, like on Twitter. And
Ross is not cool.
whoever.
Trump is not
cool. I'm going to start using that all the time now. Because, Gina,
You better have a good excuse.
on this day in 1995, Radiohead released Fake Plastic Trees, the third single from their second studio album, The Bends.
I know I'm supposed to like Radiohead. I just.
Yeah.
That's what I keep getting told.
There are people who they really like Radiohead, and you are supposed to also like them.
And I don't get it.
I mean,
I like that song.
Yeah,
That's a
all
good
right.
song. All right, 6:40. We got Big Boy News and Opinioendo, and then after that, it's Frank Christ Presents. They're fine. They're just fine. It's the Dead Celebrity Game. Going to give you 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are fine. One of them dead. Pick the dead one correctly. You will win.
tickets to the first annual Classic Tattoo Show and a $50 gift certificate to put toward a tattoo at the event.
So you get to go to the tattoo show, and we're going to give you $50 for your tattoo if you've been wanting to get one. Here you go. 877-602-9696. Line up to play. Frank Christ Presents after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo. Brought to you by
Waterproof Waterproof? Waterproof your home with Baseco.
Waterproofing is another entirely different thing.
Water can make its way through your foundation in many different ways. Baseco specializes in a variety of permanent foundation waterproofing solutions tailored to your unique issue, from sump pumps all the way to major repairs, cracked settling foundations. Each solution is backed by a guarantee. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net.
Great. You ever watch Jeopardy and think, yeah, I could do that if all the categories were maybe about Taylor Swift? Well, good news. Those dreams of being a winning game show contestant might come true. Its inaugural upfront presentation on Tuesday. Amazon Prime Video announced that they're ordering a spin-off of the quiz show, Jeopardy, and it'll be about those entertainment-focused trending topic categories.
I'm kind of surprised it's taken this long for them to do that.
Pop Culture Jeopardy! It will be produced by Sony Pictures Television, which produces the broadcast TV series. The spin-off will be the first major streaming service venture for the franchise. And it's, I think, Gina, probably why they haven't done it is Jeopardy has always kind of guarded itself and been... I'll bet there are probably people who have said, hey, we should spin off and do a easier version. And other people that control Jeopardy have said, no.
Bill, please. No. It's not an easier version. We all have a different set of skills.
It's an easier version.
It's not. It's hard. This would be hard for some people, like my husband. My husband would not get out of round one of Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Gina, it will be an easier version. I'm just telling you, it will be. The Pop Culture Jeopardy, and it is its own cultural moment, marking the first time that they have done anything on a streaming service. And the new twist on the answer and question Jeopardy format will feature teams of three competing in a tournament-style event for grand prize.
Teams of three?
Yeah. So
the only thing it has in common with Jeopardy is probably the name and...
the theme song?
Who is Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
the answer question format. Jeopardy is one of the longest-running game shows of all time. I don't know what the, I guess Wheel of Fortune is.
Price
probably.
is Right? Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, probably. I'll bet Price is Right is the longest-running one. They have done spin-offs before.
Of Jeopardy?
Mm-hmm. Rock and Roll Jeopardy ran
on I remember that.
VH1.
Yeah, I remember
Children's version called Jap, because kids aren't smart enough to say Jeopardy, aired on the Game Show Network for one season. Sports Jeopardy was on Crackle for a while.
I remember Rock and Roll Jeopardy because Sue Kelly tried out for it.
Yeah, so they've done it.
Yeah. The Price is Right is the longest-running game show, having first aired in 1956. The next, Wheel of Fortune.
This show is so political.
Let's see, the Only Murders in the Building. They've announced their season 4. They will be on August 27th. August 27th is on Hulu for Only Murders in the Building. All right, now we're going to go to the crime desk. Gina Barberi has a story of a horrific crime in Times Square in New York.
Yeah, tourist exploring Times Square with her daughter, visiting the city for the first time. They're buying souvenirs. It's 6 o'clock in the evening on Saturday. It's not late. It's not dark.
Yeah.
They're just shopping. Amber Lohr, 36, and her teen daughter were visiting from Western Pennsylvania, shopping at 6:15 p.m. on Saturday. As she and her daughter approached the Port Gourmet Deli, 61-year-old Cyril Destin, who was sitting on a walker outside the entrance, and out of nowhere, as they were walking into the restaurant, and apparently there's video of this, like security camera video, the guy that was sitting on the walker jumps out of the walker with a knife in his hand and stabs the woman, the mother, in the chest.
Really?
Just out, unprovoked.
Just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Now, her daughter that was with her is in nursing school. So she
was able
to leapt into action and was taking care of Mom. But stab wound in her chest. She's going to be okay, but she says, that is my first and last trip to New York City.
I don't blame her. Now we'll go to some local crime. Police in Saratoga Springs have arrested a 19-year-old missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, suspected of rape. 19-year-old missionary was arrested Saturday in Saratoga Springs. He is from California, was serving a mission in Utah. He's accused of rape, forcible sodomy, and sexual battery. Arrested after police were called to a Saratoga Springs home on Saturday, where a witness told investigators the man sexually assaulted the witness's sister in a garage. The 19-year-old told police that he and the alleged victim, whose age was not released, were making out in the garage of her home, but they eventually had sex, according to a probable cause statement. And other local crime, a man was arrested Monday, at Hogle Zoo after he allegedly held a woman and 3 children against their will. Sandy police said that they were informed the 28-year-old Alejandro Pineda Jr. had used a gun and threats of violence to detain the 4 victims against their will. According to the arrest report, Mr. Pineda was on federal probation and was prohibited from possessing a firearm. The adult victim contacted his probation officer and said Pineda threatened her and the kids, and they were traveling in his car. Officers went to his apartment, found nobody there. Later, his car was found in the parking lot at Hogle Zoo. Police responded, found him and the 4 victims at the zoo, and he was arrested there. Must have been an exciting day for other patrons of the zoo.
I guess.
Have somebody arrested there. Let's see. Michael Cohen yesterday testifying, cross-examination by the
Says who?
By the defense. Yes, ma'am. Those 2 words came from Michael Cohen as he was testifying in the election interference trial of Donald Trump. At issue is the previous testimony from AMI owner and National Enquirer publisher David Pecker, who revealed that Michael Cohen told him not to worry about the Federal Election Commission investigation because Trump said that Jeff Sessions, his first attorney general, was in his pocket. Yeah, Sessions is in my pocket. Cohen was pressed by the prosecution. Pecker's testimony was accurate, to which he confirmed, said, yes, ma'am. He told me that Sessions would take care of it. Prior to saying that, had you been told by President Trump that Sessions would, in fact, take care of everything? Yes, ma'am, he said. I told him that the matter was going to be taken care of, and the person, of course, who was going to be able to do it was Jeff Sessions. Donald Trump was going to use the Justice Department as his own personal police force and enforcement
And
agency.
he'll do it again. So
If he gets the chance, yep.
You can't let that happen to me.
The sun released another powerful stream of energized particles toward Earth early yesterday, causing blackouts, radio blackouts, all over the United States. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration showed disruptions over all of North America at about 12:51 p.m. Eastern Time. So that would be still in the morning here, 10:51 in the morning. The solar flare, classified as an X 8.8, whatever that is, was the strongest to come from this cycle, which started in 2017. NOAA said it was a radio blackout level 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. The stream launched from a sunspot that's been pummeling our planet for the last few days, which NOAA had said is the size of the spot that caused the worst solar storm in history. And it did cause radios and communications blackouts in spots all over the country. Well, this is a comforting story.
What's that?
It's titled, How Europe and Britain Are Getting Ready for World War III.
Well, they're closer to it than we are.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine saw the horrors of a large-scale war darken Europe's doorstep for the first time since the end of World War II. For a short while, hope endured that a swift resolution of the conflict would materialize, but before long, the prospect of a speedy diplomatic solution lay in tatters as Moscow's drones and missiles continue to batter Ukrainian cities. Vladimir Putin has doubled down. His forces have made notable gains. Meanwhile, the president's long-serving and intensely loyal foreign minister Sergei Lavrov earlier this week challenged what Russia calls the collective West, declaring Moscow's troops are ready to meet NATO on the battlefield.
What's left of Russia's troops, anyway?
The light of the downward spiral of East-West relations, not to mention the alarming escalation of tensions further afield in the Middle East and the Indo-Pacific. The UK and its European partners could soon be forced to contend with any number of major military threats, they say. Red Lobster closing nearly 50 locations and liquidating restaurant equipment. That's what happens when you offer all-you-can-eat shrimp.
Yes.
Shrimp
know?
sunk 'em?
Yeah, they say that actually did have a lot to do with it.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah,
people
it was,
took them up on it?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
all I
didn't.
can eat?
They didn't order anything else.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Why would you?
we're here for the all-you-can-eat shrimp.
I can fill up on the shrimp.
Exactly.
That's all we want. All right, that's it.
All right. Sports weather traffic.
There are two truths.
Yes.
Two things you should always say no to. One, hey, you want to throw out the first pitch?
Yeah.
No.
Never.
Unless you are a professional baseball player.
Exactly. Yes.
That is one truth. The second truth is, hey, we'd like to throw you a roast.
Yeah.
Always
say no.
Say no, because they will find the most horrible things about you and talk about them.
Yep.
Tom Brady is regretting his roast. As funny as it was, and we all enjoyed it,
Well, I stopped watching after Nikki Glaser because nobody
She-
could beat her.
but he has come out and said, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. This is affecting my kids and my ex-wife and my other kid's mom, and this was a mistake.
As I said, I would not only would I not let anybody roast me, I would not participate in a roast.
Yeah, they're funny, but they're brutal. RSL, let's see, it's a home game today. It's a beautiful day for it. They play Seattle Sounders at 7:30. That's your sports. Weather, like I said, beautiful day for outdoor soccer game. High of 73, sunny, just gorgeous. Let's check traffic. I saw Infiniteam says car fire southbound I-15 at the 31st Street exit. Actually, a couple different people sending in that one. Southbound 15, Ogden backed up due to a car fire. Fire trucks just arriving. Thank you for that. Also have a report of a muffler in the second to the left lane, I-15 south, just after a 31st Street exit in Ogden. So all of that in the same area. Thanks, Infiniteam up north, for assembling and letting us know that via text at 33986. Utah First Credit Union's personal checking, where every feature comes standard. Learn more at utahfirst.com.
Behold, a pale rider on an electric scooter. Frank Christ. There he is. If you go to x96.com/live, you can see Frank. You have a couple of different scooters, I've noticed.
I have several. I have a collection.
Well, it's not, and the electric scooters, that's the way to go.
I convert them all to electricity.
And he's pale, Bill, not because of his skin color is pale. He's pale because it's just the bones.
Well, he doesn't. I know.
Skin.
I can see him. He doesn't have any skin. I can see he's right there. He's wearing his hood and his got his scythe with him. Frank's job as a Grim Reaper is to reap the souls of celebrities, and he doesn't like that job at all.
because I love our precious celebrities.
Frank,
we all want to be just like them.
I know we do. Frank joins us so we can play the game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
He's given me a list of celebrities, 4 of them, as a matter of fact. And on that list, as Frank just said, 3 of them.
Oh, they're just fine.
But one of them is dead, and it is the contestant's job to select the dead celebrity from the 4 here. And if that contestant is successful, what will they win, Gina?
It's the first annual Classic Tattoo Show coming to the Davis Conference Center in Layton, May 17th to the 19th. Over 200 talented artists from across the country will be showcasing their talent. We've got tickets for you to get into the show and a $50 gift certificate to put toward a tattoo at the event.
And who do we have to play?
Tasha is here.
Tasha, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
Yes, you are, Tasha. All right, I'm going to read you these celebrities. You select the dead one because it is Break the Glass Ceiling Day. These are actors in films that are all woman-centric. All right, here we go. Select the dead celebrity. Number 1, David Lander. He appeared in numerous TV shows, including The Bob Newhart Show, Barney Miller, Happy Days, as Squiggy. Lander's voice acting roles included The Big Bang, A Bug's Life, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills, Oswald, Titan A.E., Tom and Jerry the movie, and the animated TV series Galaxy High. He played a baseball announcer in the A League of Their Own, all about a female baseball league. Number 1, David Lander. Number 2, Andrea Riseborough. She made her film debut with a small part in Venus and then appeared in more prominent roles in Brighton Rock, W.E., Shadow Dancer, Oblivion, Birdman, and The Death of Stalin. She was in the Battle of the Sexes, about the famous tennis match between Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs. Number 2, Andrea Riseborough. Number 3, Sam Waterston. His acting career spanned over 5 decades. on stage and screen. On stage, he was in Indians, Hamlet, and Measure for Measure. He won a trophy for Abe Lincoln, not a trophy, well, a Tony, for Abe Lincoln in Illinois. Some of his film work was Interiors, Hannah and Her Sisters, Crimes and Misdemeanors, and Rancho Deluxe. He was in On the Basis of Sex, which is based on the life and cases of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Number 3, Sam Waterston. And finally, number 4, Mary Steenburgen. She made her professional acting debut in Goin' South with Jack Nicholson, then went on to earn critical acclaim for Time After Time and Melvin and Howard, for which she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Other films including A Midsummer Night's Sex Comedy, Cross Creek, Back to the Future Part 3, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. She appeared in The Help, about African-American female maids and the discrimination they face. Number 4, Mary Steenburgen. All right, which one, Tasha, is dead?
I believe it's Squiggy, number 1.
You believe correctly, yes. David Lander died in 2020 at the age of 73. And, yeah. Hello. He was...
we had him on our show.
Yeah. He and Michael McKean were a comedy team. They both worked together in one of the... I forget the name of the comedy group that they started in, but they were... Yeah. He was an interesting fellow. He was a spokesperson for... he died of multiple sclerosis, I think it was. All right, congratulations, Tasha. You are going to go to the tattoo show. Are you tatted now?
Yeah, a few.
Okay,
I could use a few more though.
Let us know what you decide to get.
Yeah, you could get a tattoo of Frank Chris.
You could,
That'd be nice.
There you go.
All right.
You'd be the first.
Frank would love that too.
Hang on, Tasha, and we'll tell you how to get your prize.
See plenty of my other coworkers on people's bodies.
Yeah.
Not you specifically.
Not me. Has anyone seen Jasper Johns?
I don't know who Jasper
He's a modern artist.
94 today.
Yeah.
I'll have to go take a look at some of his works.
He's very nice.
What does he specialize in?
I forget.
Oh, okay, well, I'll find out and let you know. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, Frank. The vehicle on fire, I-15 southbound near 31st Street exit in Ogden. The right lane and shoulder are closed. The car is fully engulfed, they're saying. So I hope the people that were in that car got out before it got fully engulfed. Thank you all the friends of the program that were sending us in that. Lots of you saw that and texted it into us at 33986. Lights out 54th South, 32nd West, and traffic is backed up in that area as well. The Classic Tattoo Show, May 17th to the 19th at the Davis Conference Center in Layton. Admission is free on Friday. Visit ClassicTattooShow.com for tickets.
KXRK Provo, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with your list of things that must go coming up after these. Stand by. BigOTires.com.
The team you trust, Big O Tires. I certainly trust the team at the second East and South Temple location of Big O Tires. A terrific group of people there. And you find a Big O Tires store near you by going to BigOTires.com. And right now, get your car ready for a road trip. They've got a sale on tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on selected sets of tires. And then there's, what is that healthy car special?
Yeah, it's only $59.95. It's a conventional oil change, tire rotation, brake check, battery check, alignment check, fluid check, windshield wiper fluid top off, all of that to get you ready for your road trip before Memorial Day.
Absolutely.
Big O knows that tires and service can be an unexpected expense. So Big O wants to make sure that you have financing options to keep your car in tip-top shape. They have no credit needed financing options to fit any budget and any situation. So go to BigOTires.com, find the one near you, make an appointment online. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
I went to a Halloween party.
Let's hear it.
I don't go to Halloween parties.
That's the big story.
Is it?
Yes. Well, okay.
I don't go to parties, let alone Halloween parties, let alone Halloween parties where there is a costume element to it.
So what got Gina out of her seat for this specific party?
Yeah, good question.
Well, part of it is it was a friend's party who happens to live across the street. So the effort required to get there.
Very little effort.
Very little effort.
Okay. Even then I wouldn't, but
my husband and I are in this place where we are almost empty nesters. We're very close.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to be those people that don't have friends your whole adult life when you have kids because you're busy. And then once your kids are gone, go, okay, we would like some friends now that we don't have kids anymore.
Right.
So we're dipping our toe in socializing.
You don't want to fade away, as
Yeah.
they say. Okay, cool.
So get this invitation. It's a costume party. And I'm like, great, okay. What I hate, I'm talking to Nick right now, who has dressed up to come to work, not on Halloween. That's how much he likes dressing up in costumes.
No, this isn't a costume.
Oh,
This is him every day. He's how is it put?
I'm market tested bad boy Nick Davis.
Market tested.
So,
because you know what you need? You need a bad boy in there.
Yes.
That's what you need.
And that's Nick's your buddy, Nick's your pal.
That's right. Market tested.
Surprisingly enough, my husband says, I have an idea for a couple's costume.
Really?
Because if there's anyone in my house that likes to dress up less than I do, it's him.
Okay.
And he says, and I can do it using things in my own closet. Because I've looked in the mirror recently as I've been watching the news, and I've noticed I have a resemblance in my wardrobe and general look to George Santos.
Oh, no. I disagree, but...
I mean...
It's a snappy business attire.
So I thought, okay, why don't we both go as George Santos?
But how do you do that, Gina?
Well, I sent Katie a picture that I'm hoping she puts up.
There it is.
George Santos, you might recall, this is the one thing he's done that I think we all applaud him for, is
Yes.
he has performed in drag before.
Listen,
and there are photos.
Listen, I was in Brazil and I was having a good time. Sue me.
This is the one thing I think is great.
Yeah.
And so I said, I will also go as George Santos in drag. So I got a red dress and a red feather boa and a big fake choker, jewelry choker. And we went, and all I had to get for Joe was an American flag pin to put on his...
You mean you don't have any?
No, you would think I would. So we were collectively George Santos.
You look nice. You look.
I look nice as a drag queen?
No, it's a great costume, but if you didn't explain to me, I'd just be like, oh, you two look really
we
nice
just
this
went-
evening.
The Santoses. Now, what was the drag name? What?
What was...
Ravishay?
I have it here. Well, let me look
what
one
is-
kid. Yeah, because he had a
He has
different drag name.
He has a drag name, yeah. But even though it was just one night in Brazil while he was having a good time,
Right.
he's got a whole persona.
Kitara Ravash.
That's it, Ravash. Katara Ravash.
That is a really good name.
That is.
And we went to the party.
Did you win best costume?
I don't know because...
You left early.
We left early.
Of course you did. As would I have. See, that's how I knew.
Yeah.
Once the karaoke came out,
Oh, really? Oh.
we Irish goodbye'd it right back across the street.
Perfect.
And I was in my jammies by 9:30. It was
Oh,
That's a
my goodness.
Perfect evening right there.
I went though.
That's a night on the town.
Proud of
Yeah.
I'm proud of both of us.
you. I'm proud of you.
Did you mingle?
Yeah,
Yeah?
we chatted.
Okay.
Although if you're trying to meet new people, a Halloween costume party is
No.
not a good place to do that
No.
because I will not know really what any of these people look
Yeah,
like.
you won't recognize anybody.
Now, of course, there were a couple different Travis Kelce and Taylor Swifts.
Everybody's
Yeah.
going to do that.
There were a couple of those.
Then a couple of Barbies and Kens.
There were, but I will say about the Barbies, they discussed this, and they were each a different Barbie.
A different Barbie. That's
So
a
there
good
was,
idea.
There was Cowboy Barbie and roller skating Barbie and weird Barbie,
good
and
idea.
so it wasn't just all showing up as the same. So I applaud them
Good idea.
for that.
And here's a texter that says, Gina, speaking for the gays, I love that you picked Katara Ravashe as your
Oh,
party
good.
costume.
I was. Do you know there was a tiny bit of me that was worried that I shouldn't do. But if the gays say it's okay,
You've
then
got
I feel better.
You've got at
about
least one seal of approval
Okay,
here.
good.
So. No six.
A Caesar and Sandy.
Sandy?
Yeah, has some things that must go.
Well,
but
I don't have them.
But you need to email it into us, radiofromhell@x96.com.
Sandy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this sponsored?
Yes. Empathetics can help you get your med card through the state's medical program. 9 locations from Ogden to St. George. Empathetics offers compassionate care and access to plant-based medicine offered at one of the state's 15 pharmacies. Learn more at empathetics.com.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Now, these are things that are really bugging you, friends of the program, things that you can't stand anymore. And so you said, I'll let Radio from Hell know about this, and maybe if they read mine on the radio, it'll make me feel better, and maybe even these things will disappear from my life. So send your must-goes to radiofromhell@x96.com. Put must-go in the subject line, if you would, please. I'll begin today. I just have one of my own, and it happened early this morning. I'm reading this story in the news. I don't know, Fox News, and it's about a home in Ogden. A beautiful Victorian home in Ogden that's been restored. They worked on it, and they found all these artifacts in it and everything. And they go on and talk about it, and they don't say where in Ogden it is. They don't give the address.
Huh.
Not
even a street.
No, not even a street. Not a section of town. Nothing. So that I could perhaps visualize, being an Ogden boy, where that house is.
Oh, I know that house.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. So that must go. You be a little more specific sometimes. This one says, hi, friends from Radio from Hell. Bill, if you're the one who reads this on the air, please feel free to bang on the desk. One thing that must go is people who text and drive, especially one car that was on State Street in Orem with a sign of that turd Phil Lyman running for governor. It's easy to tell who's texting and driving. They drive slow and wander out of their lane. I usually honk at them when I see them, and they usually look around and get really embarrassed when they're caught doing it. So please make all of those people who text and drive and Phil Lyman go from here.
Yes.
I run around town and have been almost hit by distracted drivers, especially when they're turning left. I don't want to die on my morning run just because you guys are running late and are texting while driving. Watch the road and your surroundings and not your phone. That must go. Thanks, Clark of Provo, in the dark in the park. Name him Clark, in the dark in the park. This one says, please do not use my name. Mountain View Corridor must go. I just got a new job in Harriman. Apologies for listeners in Harriman. It's absolutely awful. The speed limit is 65 miles an hour, and there's a stoplight every mile, plus a bunch of semis and cement trucks, rolling coal trucks with MAGA flags. Everyone just speeds to the next light and then slams on their brakes for the inevitable stoplight. Yep. I hate it. And then finally this one, good morning, Radio from Hell. Just one thing that must go from me this morning, but I find it particularly egregious. When people call in to play Frank Chris Presents, they're fine, they're just fine, and they don't know to say that they're fine, just fine, when Bill asks how they are. Just hang up on these jackanapes. Give the prize to somebody who knows what they're doing. Thanks for letting me listen. Love the show. Alexander of East Stabbington. All right. Gary?
Okay. Just 3 from the foot of Mount Doom. When you wash your bra, but you don't notice that the strap's changed until after you're wearing it, and then you wonder why your straps keep falling down.
I know. That happens to me all the time.
My wife feeling like she needs to rotate the dishes we use.
Yes, because
Really?
If you have like 8 dishes, but in your house you're just 2 people, you just use the top 2 dishes all the time.
She says they're porcelain. I don't think they're going to wear out. I don't know why I feel like I need to do this.
I have thought about this.
All right. Also, when we don't bring in the patio furniture cushions, and then there was a rain overnight, and they're wet enough that I can't bring them in now. They just continue to remain perpetually wet for who knows how long. Let's see. This one from Lance from Vineyard. Coworkers that fart freely, but pretend it wasn't them this time. Dude, I know it's you, because it smells exactly like burnt garlic, hummus, and rubber fire. Ketchup on hot dogs, having to walk barefoot in the public gym locker room, root canals, that overgrown orangutan, put him in jail for a long time, Puff Daddy, if that is your real name, and Dawn from West Valley.
Oh.
Kidding, Dawn. We love you. Keep the call-ins coming. All right. Let's see. This one from Cost Bro. Clogged nozzles must go.
Oh, man, that's painful.
Lotions, soaps, hand sanitizer pumps have been known to do this.
And then when you finally get it to open, you got that little globule that's hard.
Insulated lunchboxes in fridges must go. If your lunchbox is made to have an ice pack, use one. These are made because you don't have a fridge. Don't take up space in the break room fridge. Let's see. And my final must go. My mother's puppy eating poop. I don't know what's gotten into her head, but this has to go.
Our vet's coming.
Yes, they're coming up. This one from Zane. Getting paid 2 days early than normal payday is what must go. I can't see my pay stub until payday, even though I already have the money. Number 2, not knowing if that Dawn is related to Artie Fufkin.
We have 2 Dawn must goes.
Washing cards and birds looking at it and going, oh, that's not going to be clean. And when I tell people my basement is flooded, they go, with money?
Why would somebody say that?
Because they're mean.
Exactly. It was a story. It was the rainstorms we had. Smoke them if you got them, Zane. Gina?
One of mine that must go. You're out walking your dog, and you just happen to notice on the park strip there is dog poop that somebody else didn't pick up. It's not my dog's, somebody else's dog. But then you see the owner of the house come out, and they see you with your dog, and you want to say, it's not mine. I didn't do that. Somebody else didn't pick that up, but I feel compelled to pick it up.
Well, good. I'm glad you do.
This is from Garbage Gus, things that must go. When we have a windstorm, your garbage can is not completely full. Please don't take it out. I'm talking to the ones who are usually filled about a quarter away, and it makes it easy for yourself. The reason your garbage can go missing from the wind is if it's light, and it gets pushed around or knocked over, and then it blows all the little bit of trash you had in all over the place. Wait another week and fill it up all the way. This is from Sketchy Blake of Ogden. Good morning, Lords. Thanks for letting me listen. My thing that must go is being forced to come back to the office in the name of networking and synergy. I really hate that word. I'm the only employee that does this job in the entire company, and I report to our headquarters in the Bay Area, but I live in Ogden. So I have to get up early, commute to our office in Davis County, and still do all of my meetings virtually. Why do I have to do this? And finally this. Things that must go. $150 for 8 hours of work, Kevin Costner movie? But you get to be.
Yeah,
that's what they'll tell you.
And I bet you got craft services too.
That's what they'll
so
tell
quit
you.
bitching.
Yep.
Things that must go on the radio.
The vehicle on fire, I-15 southbound near 31st Street in Ogden. The right lane and shoulder are closed. It was fully engulfed a while ago. If anybody has an update on that, I would appreciate it. Send that in via text at 33986. The Elite Aesthetics team at Canyons Medical Center focused on 3 cutting-edge skin therapy devices for younger, healthier skin. Visit canyonsmedical.com. Go to the services menu for details.
All right.
We've got boners coming up here, the candidates you will vote for. I've got 4 candidates listed, but really the first 2 are parts A and B, I would say. So you can vote for, like maybe you'd vote for both of them. So boner candidate number 1, Harrison Butker wants men to be men and women to stay home and have babies. And number 2, oh, look, it's Harrison Butker again. Boner candidate number 3, raw milk enthusiasts. I'm betting they homeschool, too. And boner candidate number 4, school policy forbids you to honor your dead child.
Boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after some messages and a song. Stand by. BigOTires.com.
Buy 3, get 1 free.
Yeah, get your car all ready for. You're thinking about taking that Memorial Day road trip.
Oh, yeah, you got to get your car ready for that. You don't want to be caught in the desert.
They have a healthy car special. It's only $59.95. It includes conventional oil change, tire rotation, brake check, battery check, alignment check, fluid check. Look at all the things they check. And they're going to fill up your windshield wiper fluid, too.
And, Big O Tire has the lowest price on every tire every day, but then they add in this buy 3, get 1 free sale. That's pretty great. Now, here's something you should know about your car. If it's pulling to the side or your steering wheel just feels crooked and odd, it's probably an alignment issue. Well, go into Big O Tires for a free alignment check and let Big O keep you safe on the road. And Big O is more than tires, as Gina just mentioned. And also they have great financing there at Big O Tires. So find your local Big O Tires store by going to BigOTires.com. They are the team you trust.
So how strong was the
So I got out of my car here at the Broadway Media Tower this morning. Today. And there's not that many cars down there.
No.
Except Carrie's car is there. And I opened my door and I instantly smelled skunk.
Mm.
Now, I don't think there was a skunk in the parking garage.
Is there a skunk in your car, Carrie?
But I instantly thought, and I asked as I walked in the studio, I said, Carrie, did you hit a skunk on the way to work? And you said...
I said, no, that answers my question. I didn't hit a skunk.
You didn't hit him?
No.
Mm.
What?
What?
Come in, Katie, I can't.
You can't.
Yeah, you're bad at pantomime.
So you didn't hit a skunk?
I did not hit a skunk. But here's the thing. Yes, Katie.
Are you talking about on the freeway?
It may be. We come in the
Because
same...
it's on my car, too.
Really?
What happened?
I think somebody hit a skunk on the freeway
Ran
on our
over
off ramp that you and I normally take, the
Yes.
the Ninth South off ramp.
Yes.
I think somebody hit a skunk on there because I think I ran over the dead carcass, and now the side of my car smells like skunk, and it covered the entire inside of my car. With
Okay.
the smell.
You both
see,
ran over it or
'cause
were near it?
I didn't run over anything. See, what happened was I was taking that route. I smelled the skunk, and I'm like, oh, somebody must have hit a skunk, and that's what I'm smelling.
Yeah.
And then as I proceeded into town, it didn't go away. I thought,
Yeah.
well, it's just still circulating in my car.
It was on
And
your
then
car.
I get out, and I'm like, I can still smell it. It must be stuck in my nose, is what I'm
That's
thinking.
literally, I've been dealing with my nose inside the studio. It's because of that.
Because I still feel like I smell it.
Exactly, me too.
When I was at Bear Lake one time, driving, and a skunk ran right in front of my car, and I ran over it. I killed it. And my car just reeked of skunk. But it goes away pretty fast. Just you park it outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be parked outside now, And,
Well, it's in the garage.
but it went away pretty. I think it, within a day it went away. But
It must have been
Well,
freshly
no,
hit.
This says a skunk smell can last on a car for 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh.
well, it didn't on mine. I wouldn't have been able to stand it.
How do you clean skunk off a car? Here you
Yeah,
go. This
thank
is
you,
for both
please.
of you.
How do you
Okay,
clean
thank you.
skunk off a car?
We're going to need this.
Tomato juice, right?
Nope. Distilled vinegar and water, equal parts,
Okay.
and dishwashing liquid.
I have
All
of
mixed
those.
together.
All mixed together. Liberally
But-
spray the exterior of your car. Pay special attention to the undercarriage and the tires.
That's where it.
Great.
Leave it on for 5 minutes, then rinse thoroughly. Repeat if necessary.
What if I take it to one of these fancy car wash
That's
places?
exactly my thought,
It'll.
too.
I think. That'll.
And I'll tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skunk, what can you
That'll do it.
Help.
Maybe they have something.
That'll just run it through that. It'll do it.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up this morning when I came in, and I totally spaced it. But even Vax was like pawing at his nose in the
Oh,
car, and I
yeah.
felt so bad because
Well,
it must have been super freshly hit.
Probably.
If it was,
There was a cloud of it in the
sticking
air
that
and-
well to
yeah.
your car and to mine.
But I'm sure it didn't stay on my car all that long, and I ran over it.
You ran yours over.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, see, I think I just passed through, or
Isn't that interesting that it can be that you didn't hit it, just passing through a cloud of it would carry it all the way.
and it may have been some of the, because when they get hit, they get squashed.
And it spreads.
And the sack spreads, and so the sack probably spread it all over the road.
That's what I'm thinking,
And I'm
too.
betting that's what happened.
Now, you guys are all concerned about your damn cars. Could we just have a moment, please, for the poor skunk?
I think skunks are pretty cute. I would own one if I didn't have to deal with the smell. And
Well,
I know you
you-
can get it removed,
you
but
can
my
have them
husband,
descented.
my husband won't allow me to do that as
I
much as
don't-
I would love to.
I
'cause
don't
they're,
blame him.
They're cute. They're really cute, I think.
Cement Dave says, I've made first contact with both skunks and raccoons.
Mm.
The raccoon smell lingered longer than the
Really?
skunk. But you know what the worst stink that I've ever experienced was? It was during the summer. It was when we lived in Draper. And my car hit a bird I didn't know, and the bird got wedged into the grill.
Oh, man.
And then I parked the car over the weekend, and it was hot. It was summertime. And then I go out there Monday, and it's like, and I couldn't find it. And it was coming in through the vents and everything.
What did you do?
So I had to, sit down and look and dig and take the thing apart, and sure enough, there it was.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that dealt with this smell this morning because it's bad.
Okay, well, that answers my question. No, I didn't hit a skunk. I just kind of passed through.
You must have passed through it right after it was hit because even mine smells terrible, and I could hear back.
Now the old when people would get sprayed with skunk, the old cure for that or remedy for that was you're supposed to take a bath in tomato juice.
I remember that.
But I think that's bunk. But that's what
Is that one of those old wives' tales?
I think so.
They did it on Seinfeld.
They did.
Well, it must be true.
Then it must be a lie.
Seinfeld doesn't lie.
Yes, they do all the time. It's quite amazing what they.
It's such a strong smell.
Yeah, and they're raccoons stink, and I knew people who've had pet ferrets. They don't. I mean, they don't have a
They're not
spray,
no.
but they smell gamey.
If you don't take care of the ferrets, they do smell. I used to have two of them when I was a kid.
Well, didn't they always have that kind of smell?
Not if you take care of them.
When you say
What do
take
you
care
mean?
of them, what is that?
You bathe them on a regular basis, like normal. You actually clean out their cage properly.
How do
and
you
replace,
bathe a ferret?
You put them in a
They,
bathtub.
they like it?
They love it.
Yeah, they're okay.
At least my ferrets absolutely loved playing in the water. You put a couple toys in there. There's ferret shampoo. You can wiggle them all
Ferret
around.
shampoo, yes, there is ferret.
yeah.
There's a picture of a ferret on the label. That's how you know.
I loved my ferrets. They were cute.
I've been around them a couple of times. They were the ones I've been around were actually very friendly.
They're super sweet. My buddy used to have one, and he had like those little tunnels that would go like underneath his couch and stuff.
They're
And
kinda creepy,
they'd get
though.
playtime, and I love
They're
ferrets.
weasels,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're part of the weasel family.
I grew up in a small town, and Salem was much smaller than it is now. And I remember everybody in town remembers when the Coles decided that they were going to become mink farmers.
Oh,
boy.
Yes, finally, after about a year and a half, everybody said, "Really, you gotta get rid of that."
Yeah, no,
'Cause
that's-
depending on the wind, the direction it was blowing. Oh man,
And you don't want to have any fresh eggs around if you have ferrets.
Exactly.
They'll suck your eggs.
they will.
Egg suckers. That's
Egg
what they are.
suckers.
I'm allergic
So
to
are-
the eggs, so
so
you
are
know it's
skunks.
good. We're fine.
Skunks are egg suckers
Yep.
too. I can blow the dust off of that one.
No kidding.
On this day,
Ah.
in 1990, Concrete Blonde released their third studio album, Bloodletting, featuring Bloodletting, the vampire song, Caroline, and that song, Joey, that we used to play a lot.
What was that woman's name, the singer? What is her name? Can't think.
Napolitano.
Yeah.
Jeanette Napolitan? No, that's...
It might be. Hold, please.
Oh, it
please.
doesn't matter.
And no, because the interesting fact about her is what? Do you remember?
I know
no.
there's something. She
Oh, you don't remember?
No.
She used to be babysat by Bella Lugosi.
Wow. No wonder she did the vampire song.
He was a friend of her parents or something.
Really?
And her name is
That old-
Jeanette Napolitano.
Jeanette, come here.
That old drug addict.
Yes. All right. Time for Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, funny human behavior. You will decide, of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, May 15, 2024. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random Boner voters will receive.
Can't buy it. Got to win it. Radio from Hell Boner T-shirt.
Boner candidate number 1. Oh, Harrison Butker. He wants men to be men and women to stay home and have babies. Harrison Butker, the Kansas City Chiefs kicker, has come under fire after making controversial comments, I would say stupid comments, during a commencement speech at Benedictine College's graduation ceremony. During his address, Butker said women had been sold, quote, diabolical lies, and said that they would feel much more satisfied once they became wives and mothers. He said he believed bad policies and poor leadership had negatively impacted major life issues, things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as a growing support for degenerative cultural values in media, all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder. Butker also referred to Taylor Swift in his speech, who is dating Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, not by name, but instead reducing her to, quote, his teammate's girlfriend. He referenced a lyric from Taylor Swift saying, as my teammate's girlfriend says, familiarity breeds contempt. Which
She's
is a
not
line,
the one that said that.
which is a
Yeah.
line in one of her songs, but it's from the Bible, Harrison.
Yeah, stupid.
Then Butker decided to address the women in the room directly. Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
Wow.
These are addressing women that have
Yeah.
gone through college and are graduating and
Yep.
saying, well, that's nice. Good, now go make some babies.
Boner candidate number 1. Harrison Butker wants men to be men and women to stay home and have babies.
Gina, you managed to have a career and children.
Yeah. How did I do it?
How did you do it?
He also talked about, when we're talking
Well,
about,
Gina?
Oh.
Boner candidate number 2.
Oh.
Oh, look, it's Harrison Butker
Oh,
again.
Oh, there it is.
Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker, speaking during that commencement speech, the one I just referenced, also referred to Pride Month.
Oh, boy.
The events in June demonstrating inclusivity and support for the LGBTQ plus community as an example of the deadly sins, as he advocated for a more conservative brand of Catholicism. Quote, not the deadly sins sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it, but the true God-centered pride that is cooperating with the Holy Ghost to glorify him.
What? How?
Do you have the toxic masculinity stuff too?
Is that in there too?
I think that was in the first part. That was
That's
in the
what
first
that's
part.
what I was trying to.
Yeah, he said, well, that's sort of what I was referencing. He wants men to be men, not these toxic masculine. You know,
Who is now? Hang on. Why haven't we heard from the Republican Party that he should shut up and just play football? You know, like they did with all the others.
Well,
you
because
know?
he's got a good message.
Oh, because of his mess. Oh, I
Yes.
see. Because he's on their side. I see. Okay.
Yeah, Butker encouraged male graduates to be unapologetic in your masculinity and fight against cultural emasculation of men.
So, boner candidate number 1, Harrison Butker wants men to be men. Number 2, oh, look, it's Harrison Butker again. I'm going to do boner candidate number 3 right now, and then we'll come back for number 4.
Okay.
Boner candidate number 3, raw milk enthusiasts. And I'm betting they homeschool, too. Raw milk enthusiasts, yes, there are some, are dead set on exposing themselves to the H5N1 avian flu virus by drinking contaminated, unpasteurized cow milk.
On purpose?
The Los Angeles Times reports. Mark McAfee, who founded the Raw Milk Institute, told the newspaper that he's been getting inundated with calls from customers asking for H5N1 milk because they want immunity from it. It is a bizarre reality that flies in the face of a wealth of scientific evidence. We have known about pasteurization's ability to fend off germs and other pathogens in milk for well over 100 years. But that hasn't stopped a group of raw milk enthusiasts from seeking out untreated dairy in their search for purported immune system benefits. It's an especially foolish idea considering there's a lot we still don't know about the current spread of the H5N1 virus. The first incident of the virus breaking out in dairy cows in the U.S. was reported just in March. But these raw milk enthusiasts...
Well, you see, Bill, the government told them not to drink it, so that's why they're drinking it.
Deliberately consuming raw milk in the hope of becoming immune to avian influenza is playing Russian roulette with your health, said a researcher at Davis University, UC Davis. It flies in the face of all medical knowledge and common sense. Not only do I bet they homeschool, I bet they were homeschooled. Boner candidate number 3.
Wow.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 4. School policy forbids you to honor your dead child.
Boner candidate number 4 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo brought to you by...
It's not too late for a deep spring cleaning of your home. Give my friends at Zero Res a call, 801-288-9376. Schedule today. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $99 plus a 4th room free. And take 20% off your air duct cleaning, ZeroRes.com.
Gayle King, 69-year-old Gayle King. And she is looking absolutely flawless and fabulous on the 2024 cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Good for Gayle.
This
there
came,
she is.
x96.com/live. This came as somewhat of a surprise to her. While anchoring Tuesday's CBS Morning, King was congratulating Hunter McGrady and Kate Upton for their Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue covers in the past. Little did she know they had a surprise in store for her very own cover. She was completely shocked. She didn't realize that she had put on a swimsuit and been photographed. She was unaware. She shouted and jumped from excitement. I'm on the cover? They told me I was going to be on the inside. This is going to be on the newsstands. Oh, my God. Well, I guess it'll be on the newsstands if you can find one.
Exactly.
It's online.
She then proceeded to tell the story of why this is so hard for her to believe. I just never in a million years did I think, listen, you're talking to somebody whose grandmother said to me, Mother Nature was not as kind to you as she was to other little girls.
Whoa.
I mean, I just never saw myself this. I mean, I still don't see myself this way, but when I look at that, I think, damn, I look good.
Yeah, you do, Gayle. Good for you.
She's among 4 familiar faces showcased on the cover of the 2024 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Yes, that is still a thing, sort of.
How old is she? Does it say?
69.
69.
Yeah.
We
And
should all be so lucky to look that good.
No kidding. I almost said the S word there. Joining her on the cover, and I don't think I think there are just 4 different covers. That must be what they're doing. Upton, McGrady, and Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen's pictures, I saw those. She looks beautiful.
Does she?
Yeah.
Utah's own.
Yes.
Utah County Attorney has announced charges against the man accused of killing the police officer. Michael Aaron Jane was formerly charged with 9 felony offenses. This is the trucker, who ran into the police officer and killed him. These are capital offenses that have been lodged against him. And I heard someone on the radio this morning say, and that could be possibly the death penalty. I think it does mean the death penalty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No.
It potentially could.
It says
it reaches the threshold for.
He could either have the death penalty, life in prison without parole, or 25 years to life in prison with parole. And we have other crime. This is an interesting crime story, and I think we go to the crime desk. Gina Barberi, search for a missing diver in Florida.
Yes, a mysterious disappearance of a man diving off Florida's Atlantic coast got stranger still when searchers found a different body.
Whoa!
Virgil Price, 39, vanished Sunday, May 12th, but searchers found someone else on May 13th. Exactly who they found is a mystery, though, since no one had been reported missing. Our Marine unit assisted the U.S. Coast Guard with recovering a deceased white male from the water about 60 miles northeast. The individual weighs about 200 pounds, appears to be over 50 years of age. His clothing and physical characteristics do not match those of the missing diver from Sunday. We don't have any missing persons reports, and they're saying he hadn't been in the water long. They can tell that, and I don't think this is a Dexter situation, because Dexter was really tidy and wrapped them all up.
Exactly, and chopped them up.
Yeah, this is not a Dexter thing. So is what this one is.
Let's see what else is going on. In the Justice Department has determined that Boeing violated a settlement that allowed the company to avoid criminal prosecution after 2 deadly crashes involving its 737 MAX aircraft. It's now up to the Justice Department to weigh whether to file charges against Boeing. Prosecutors will tell the court no later than July 7 how they plan to proceed. Boeing failed to make changes to prevent it from violating federal antitrust laws, a condition of the 2021 settlement. Glenn Leon, the head of the fraud section of the Justice Department, said in a letter, the determination means that Boeing could be prosecuted for any federal criminal violation of which the U.S. has knowledge, including the charge of fraud that the company hoped to avoid with a $2.5 billion settlement, the Justice Department said. It's not clear whether the government will prosecute the manufacturing giant or not. The government is determining how to proceed in this matter, said the Justice Department. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken made an unannounced visit to Kyiv on Tuesday in Ukraine to show support for Ukraine amid the ongoing war. And during his trip, Ambassador Blinken, or Secretary of State Blinken, rocked out on stage at a local bar with a band from Kyiv. I know this is a really difficult time. Your soldiers, your citizens, particularly in the northeast in Kharkiv, are suffering tremendously, Blinken said while on stage with the band. They need to know that you need to know, and you need to know the United States is with you. So much of the world is with you, and they're fighting, not just for Ukraine, but for the free world. Blinken then, playing the guitar, performed Rockin' in the Free World by Neil Young.
Oh, he plays a guitar, huh?
Strumming along on the electric guitar and even singing the chorus. Blinken's visit comes less than a month after Congress passed a long-delayed $60 billion foreign aid package. The mayor of Salt Lake County, Jenny Wilson, confirms to Fox 13 News that she does not want a Bravenel Hall to be bulldozed as part of the new downtown development project for the hockey arena. Instead, her desire is that the beloved concert hall will remain where it is, as is. In a statement on Tuesday, Mayor Wilson said she'd been taking feedback into account. Salt Lake County owns the Salt Palace and, the Calvin L. Rampton Salt Palace Convention Center and a Bravenel Hall, which are both being swept up in the multi-billion-dollar development project encompassing several downtown blocks. She says she wants a Bravenel Hall to remain where it is, and it needs improvements, but she wants it to remain as is.
Exactly.
Fox News host Laura Ingraham provided her views on Tuesday with a sense of what former President Trump has been dealing with. Uncomfortable benches and musty air in the courtroom.
Poor dear.
Oh, that's awful, isn't it? And finally this, Pizza Hut they're going into the burger business with the launch of its latest creation, the Cheeseburger Melt. Departing from traditional burger norms, Pizza Hut aims to revolutionize the way people enjoy their favorite comfort food. The Cheeseburger Melt is a Parmesan-crusted thin-crust pizza loaded with beef, applewood bacon, onions, mozzarella, and cheddar, all folded together.
It's a pizza.
It's a pizza.
With a slight... No, it's a calzone.
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
It's a calzone. All right, that's it.
Weather, traffic.
A beautiful day today. Sunny, 73 for a high. A little bit warmer tomorrow. A little bit warmer than that Friday. And we have sunny skies. Haven't noticed the smoke yet. I hope it stays away. There's threats of forest fires in other states, but they're going to blow their way into our state sometime this week, maybe. But as of now, everything looks great.
Let them try.
Infiniteam says intersection lights are out in Taylorsville, 54 South, 32nd West. Eastbound traffic backed up all different ways. Thank you for sending that in at 33986. Crash northbound Bangor Highway, 27th south in Salt Lake. It's off to the right shoulder. And I haven't gotten an update on that vehicle fire, I-15 southbound near 31st Street exit in Ogden. If anybody's in that area, can let me know if that's still causing issues or if they've cleaned that up. I appreciate it. 33986 is where you do that. Join us at the Living Traditions Festival, May 17th through the 19th on Washington and Library Square, showcasing cultures that call Utah home through food, art, performances, festival details at livingtraditionsfestival.com.
Boner candidate number 4. School policy forbids you to honor your dead child. American Fork, Utah. 2 years ago, Kimberly Corey's daughter, Samantha, was diagnosed with a rare cancer and given a slim chance of survival. Quote, there was always a, do you want to keep doing treatment? And she always said, yes, I do. I want to fight more, and more. Well, Samantha lost her fight a few months ago during her senior year at American Fork High School. We always just kind of hoped, and she really just wanted to finish out high school, said Corey. It was important to her. Samantha's siblings were planning to put on their sister's cap and gown and accept the diploma on her behalf at graduation next week. But the Alpine School District told Corey, oh, that's not allowed.
Apparently, she did all of the work. Like, she qualified for graduation.
It wasn't we were, like, wanting special treatment for her, said her mother. I just think we didn't want her to be deleted out of it, so I felt like this is how it's supposed to be, and they deleted her name and took it. Rich Stoll with the Alpine School District sent the following statement to Fox 13. As students across the Alpine School District celebrate graduation from high school, we are mindful that some students tragically pass before they and their families get to experience that milestone. Plans for graduation ceremonies are guided by district policy. Decisions about specific plans reflect our sincere desire to appropriately balance the need to remember those who have passed and the opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of all graduates. We realize that not allowing for certain types of memorials during graduation ceremonies may cause additional pain for those closest to students who have passed. Our school administrators have the difficult responsibility of leading with compassion and empathy to help their school community process loss within the guidelines of policy. Our hearts go out to the family
BS.
of any student who passes away.
Because they're not asking for a memorial. Here's what they're asking for. Read her name and let somebody walk up and get her diploma. This is not asking for a big video montage of her life or anything.
The school district is not being clear, and it's still BS. They're not being clear why this is a policy.
Yeah.
The reason it's a policy is because they feel that it casts a kind of sadness over a whole graduation that's supposed to be a happy for other students.
She earned it.
I know. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
but that's
she earned it, and it's reading her name. It will take 3 seconds to do that.
Yeah. Boner candidate number 4. School policy forbids you to honor your dead child.
All right, let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, Harrison Butker wants men to be men and women to stay home and have babies and all that toxic masculinity stuff. Boner candidate number 2, oh, look, it's Harrison Butker again, because in the same speech he also attacked pride movements and the Pride Parade and the Pride Month and all that. Boner candidate number 3, raw milk enthusiasts. They want to drink the raw milk that has the avian flu in it. They want that because they're stupid. And Boner candidate number 4, school policy forbids you to honor your dead child.
All right. Time for you to decide who is Boner of the Day. Who is the worst? Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. 1, 2, 3, or 4 in this case. Put that single digit in the message of a text. And then text that to 33986. Or you can call Katie in the producer's booth. She'll be happy to take your live voice vote at 877-602-9696. Or you can go online, x96.com, look for the box that says Boner of the Day, May 15, 2024. Click and vote. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. You have 4.5 minutes to get your vote in, so let's go. Don't forget, right after we award Boner of the Day, our veterinarian, Dr. Josh Davis, will be here in studio to answer your questions about your sick puppies or your sick kitties. Or maybe you're just curious about something involving your pets. Get ready to call in as soon as we award Boner of the Day. Right after these, let's get to voting.
There was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy.
Yes, that boy, Kyle Brown, longtime friend and participant on the Radio from Hell show. We've known Kyle since he was a high school kid, and now he's, I believe, in his 50s. And he has contributed a lot to our show over the years. We discovered that somebody told us Kyle was ill, and it is true. He has ALS, which is fatal, and he's unable to speak very well anymore. But he's been sending us letters on a weekly basis to let us know how he's doing. And here is the latest letter from Kyle Brown. I titled this one, "What a Difference a Year Makes." 1 year ago this weekend, we moved into our home. 1 year ago, I packed boxes, loaded our trailer several times along with the vehicles, unloaded at the new home. This will sound pompous, but I did the lion's share of the work. I say this because now, 12 months later, I can't stand up without assistance. I can't carry a box, and I can't go up or down stairs. Because of this, it seems like forever ago that we moved into this home. It was mid-March and beautiful spring weather. I wore a t-shirt or a sweatshirt to move us. This year has been a long snow season, and I hate the cold and snow. I haven't been out in the sun in months. I can't wait to be in the sun. In the summer, I used to get a drastic tan or burn line on my thigh and my upper arms from my bicycling outfit. And I would start working on it in March. And by June, at the beach, I looked ridiculous. Yes, that didn't bother me a bit. But now, I don't even want people to watch me eat. I spend most of my time in our bedroom because I sleep there and my desk is in there too. I go to the kitchen to eat once a day because I only eat one big meal a day. I kind of avoid coming out when our kids are around because I think I make them uncomfortable. Our home is slowly accumulating cripple assistance items. First it was a cane, then 2 canes, then a walker, then a handle in the shower, and braces, and a wheelchair, and rails on the toilet, and all these things that should be in an old folks' home or an assisted living facility. Not my home. It's humiliating to have that equipment. And I have the fewest items I can get by with, and I hide them as much as possible from our kids. I could probably use more equipment, though. Yep, 1 year ago, I spent the summer working in the yard, building a shed, painting the entire house, finishing off 2 bedrooms. I ran the electrical. I added a circuit to the electrical box. I did it all. And now I can't get a drink out of the fridge or put on a shirt. Go outside and sit in the sun on your porch or a park sometime soon. Until then, find me on YouTube. Search Mr. 2 ALS. See my pizza party. And see why I'm married. I don't know. I haven't looked. Cheers, everyone.
I've retweeted it a couple of times.
I don't know what he means.
posted
See why I'm married.
Well,
Just 'cause his wife-
Colleen's in the videos.
Just because
and-
she's so beautiful?
Well, no, not just. I mean, she's gorgeous,
Yes,
but
she is.
but she's uplifting and charming and yeah, you should-
helpful and-
yeah, I'll see if I can find his latest video and I'll retweet it.
All right.
'Cause
Okay.
They're pretty funny. I mean, they're like the letters.
Yeah.
They're like that.
Yeah, I haven't. I think I watched one where Kyle was driving. I was supposed to go driving with him, and then what was it? I got RSV and couldn't go.
Oh.
Mm.
You know, I was feeling, and by the time I got over that. He's now no longer able to drive.
Can't drive anymore.
So yeah, his videos used to be him driving, and now it's her driving, and he's in the passenger.
Oh, maybe I'll go and sit in the back seat.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the latest from Kyle Brown. If you want to email Kyle, you can. He's given permission for that, and you can, ask him questions or just commiserate with him. I'll tweet this. I have before, but I'll do it again. It's krb76@hotmail.com. krb76@hotmail.com.
All right.
All right, so let's award Boner of the Day.
And it's brought to you in part by a delightful salad and some lasagna.
And Gracie's, open daily for lunch and dinner, now serving brunch every Friday, Saturday, Sunday till 3 p.m. All NBA and NHL playoff games are televised in high def. Gracie's is located at the corner of 3rd Southwest Temple. Must be 21 or older to enter.
You're Italian, Gina. That's how you pronounce it, isn't it?
No, I mean, I'm Italian. That's how Italians pronounce it.
I see. All right, so the Boner voting. There was a tremendous amount of voting.
Yes.
And the Harrison Butker, when you put the two together, number one and number two, over 100 votes. Boner candidate number 3, the Raw Milk Enthusiasts, half 100 votes.
Yeah.
But the clear-cut winner,
it's a tough one today.
Boner candidate number 4 with 350 votes. School policy forbids you to honor your dead child.
There you go. We're getting a lot of texts of displeasure with the Alpine School District about this and many other things.
Oh, okay.
So, that's your Boner of the Day for today, May 15, 2024. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week. Is this sponsored, Gina?
Yes, everything is sponsored today.
Okay.
This is...
Well, we're rolling in the dough then, aren't we?
Brought to you by the Stateroom Presents, bringing you music memories. Don't miss Wade Bowen and Brooke Lee this Thursday, May 16th at the Commonwealth Room. Tickets are available at thestateroompresents.com.
Well, this is a chance for you to have questions answered about what may be ailing your pets, particularly your kitties and your puppies. Dr. Josh Davis is here, a veterinarian working in Utah County at where?
It's called Banfield Hospital.
Banfield?
It's down in the Lehigh American Fork area.
All right. And Dr. Davis can answer most of your questions about your dogs and your cats. You can call us, which we prefer. 877-602-9696 is the number to call and ask that. And you can text a question, too, if you like. 33986. I have a quick question to begin with. I was with somebody yesterday who has a dog. It's a miniature schnauzer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, they have the little beards and the eyebrows and everything. And that dog's breath just knocked me over.
Oh, no.
And she said, I know. I work with my vet. We have special food. We give him this and that and the vet and we clean his teeth. And the vet said some breeds of dogs, their breath
They just have bad breath?
It just stinks no matter. Is that the case?
Really?
Do you know?
I mean, especially those breeds, the smaller breeds tend to have more dental disease and periodontal disease. So probably if the breath is that bad, there's probably some under the gum line issues still. So teeth cleanings, at-home care is really important. But if we're not taking x-rays and looking under the gum line, there's a lot of things under there you just don't know about unless you look. And that's often where a lot of that odor comes from.
Oh.
Yeah, it can be really, really bad.
It could have knocked a buzzard off an S-Wagon.
See, here's the thing. My Ripley, my Chihuahua mix, has had plenty of teeth problems and not bad breath. Hudson, not many teeth problems at all, has always had bad breath.
Yeah.
No, don't kiss me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
877-602-9696 is the number to call. We'd like to know the name of your dog or cat when you call in, so please let us know.
All right, 877-602-9696. Here's Brody.
Brody, where are you? Where do you hail from?
I hail temporarily from Idaho Falls. I'm not gonna make this a permanent thing.
Brody of Idaho Falls.
Good idea.
Yeah, Brody of Idaho Falls. What is your question for Dr. Davis?
Well, Dr. Davis, I have a 6-month-old golden retriever puppy. Her name is Desired Wish, but we call her Debbie. She's eating her poop, and what my mom bought is, I forget what it's called. It's called Solid Gold. It's supposed to help her stop eating her poop. But is there any other way that you can recommend her to stop doing that?
Yeah, I haven't heard of that particular one. There are some supplements out there you can try. One we use in the hospital is called Forbid. It's basically you put it on the food, and the idea is that it makes the poop not palatable, which, you know.
Poop isn't palatable anyway.
I hear you, yeah. And it really is a young dog. It's a young dog problem for sure. And so besides those types of supplements is really making sure you're doing a really good job of keeping things cleaned up. Don't let anything sit in the yard. So good cleanup. And avoiding those things and trying to draw their attention to things you want them
I feel
to.
lucky. I've had 3 dogs. It's never been a problem.
Yeah, most dogs will grow out of it as they're older, and but it's definitely a young dog problem, and so steer them away from it. Try those types of supplements and see if those help, and then just let them grow.
Sorry, Brody.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
Coprophagia.
Coprophagia.
That's what I think the supplement is.
Yep,
Coprophagia.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Brody.
Thank you.
Yeah, good idea not to make Idaho Falls permanent. Let's see. Question about my dog. She is a golden retriever, has developed black spots on her tongue. Is this normal?
Yeah, the black spots, they're just melanin deposits, and lots of breeds, like the Chow Chow breed, that their tongues are almost all black, but other breeds will get black spots, and that's mostly normal. Now, if they're an older dog or there's any blood or odor coming from there, could not be normal, but most of the time they're pretty normal.
My dachshund has hyperpigmentation under her legs, armpits. Is this common for the breed?
It depends if it's allergy related or skin issue related, because some dogs with chronic skin issues will also get hyperpigmentation from allergies and licking and scratching. So
that's what did it for me.
Yeah, maybe okay, but it's worth getting checked out if there's anything going on.
All right. Well, we'll continue after these messages. 877-602-9696. We got a call lined up for you about a corgi.
Hang on, Amy.
And we've got a couple of lines open. 877-602-9696. Traffic.
Yeah, Infiniteam is saying cars still backed up at the 31st Street exit. Appears to be down to 1 lane. This is due to that car fire that happened earlier this morning. Thank you for letting me know what you're seeing out there via text at 33986. We also have a crash northbound Bangor Highway 27th south in Salt Lake. That's off to the right shoulder. And I think that is about it for now. Unless you have something, let me know, and I will pass it along. 33986. Become a nurse in just 32 months at Nightingale College. Blending online classes with on-ground supervised field experience, virtual college, actual nursing. Start your nursing journey at nightingale.edu. Now accepting enrollment for summer semester.
All right, 877-602-9696. Questions for Dr. Josh Davis, our veterinarian. He is here to talk puppies and kitties. 877-602-9696. KXRK Provo. Hot Shot Sprinkler Repair and Landscape. They're coming over to my place today. I haven't turned on my sprinklers yet.
We haven't needed to, really.
Needed to. But they're going to come over, make sure everything's working right. And while they're there, I'm going to talk to them about getting rid of the grass in my front yard, going with something a little more environmentally friendly, save water, that whole thing. That's something that they do very, very well. There are lower maintenance changes that you can make to your yard to make it more functional for your lifestyle while conserving water and money. They can register your project with the Utah Water Savers to save you even more money. There are rebates per square foot of grass removal. It's just, they know all of this stuff, and they can also get your sprinkler system to the point where you're using less water but watering just as much yard as you have. So spring and summer is here. It's time to get your sprinkler ready to go for you. Get it dialed in. Just visit sprinklerwork.com to make an appointment. You can call them at 801-566-8677, but it's so much easier to remember Hotshot Sprinkler Repair and Landscape at sprinklerwork.com.
This is a list I can include in the news.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm top of mind here because I'm about to travel.
Yes.
9 travel hacks that will change your life.
Change your life.
Carry a wad of cash separate to your wallet.
Yes.
You do this?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
For tipping.
Like ones and
Mhm.
and
Ones and fives.
Because I don't use cash ever
Nobody
for
does, yeah.
anything. They also say it's good to, if you get in a situation where someone's trying to mug you,
Mm-hmm.
you can have some
So here-
side cash here. That's all I have.
And then they're
this
more
wad of
likely to
cash.
just grab it and go.
Yep.
Because, yeah, they wouldn't go after your phone or the wallet or the big wad of cash is the apple of their eye.
Oh, yeah. Untraceable.
They say bring your own sunscreen. Don't say, "Oh, I'll buy it when I get there."
Usually a good idea. Yeah.
Don't ask strangers if you can borrow their sunscreen.
Well, and it's usually if you're going to a resort and you think, "Oh, I'll go to the gift shop and buy sunscreen," it's outrageously expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Brush your teeth as soon as you land. This I
Ooh.
don't. Yeah, I'm not going to go in the airport bathroom
Well,
and brush my teeth.
What's their reasoning?
They say, who needs business class when you can just brush your teeth? It can make a world of difference how you look, feel, and smell at the end of a flight.
Oh.
Brushing your teeth is the quickest way to feel human again after a long flight.
I get it.
Have toothpaste and brush ready as soon as you get off the plane.
I get it. Okay.
Let's see. See tourist attractions on rainy days because they're
Yeah.
less likely to be busy.
Yeah, yeah.
Cut your nails before your trip.
Yes.
Because you don't often think to bring your clippers
don't.
with you, and you don't want to be stuck in a hotel room desperately wanting to clip,
Mhm.
Or if you just
your
clip your nails in general. I mean,
If you keep, but do it, but
Before
do
you
a little
go.
tidying before you go.
how often are you clipping your nails?
About every other week.
Yeah, that.
But that's not the point. The point is
If you do it, if you make sure you time it so
Do
you do it before you
do
leave.
you know the day that you're going to have to do it?
No,
Okay.
but
See? But if you do it before you go, then you don't have to worry about it.
Speaking
Okay.
of doing it before you go, always go to the toilet when you have a chance.
Yes.
again, this is not Trip Central.
But sometimes you think, well, I don't have to go now. Like you're walking by a bathroom and you go,
I'm fine.
I'm fine. No,
No.
you don't know when the next opportunity will be.
Mhm.
So that's a preventative pee, I like
You
to
may
call
get
it.
in your rental car and then get stuck in traffic.
Mhm.
And then you're
I
suffering.
think this way outside of trips, I guess is my point. To
Okay.
everything you're mentioning.
And Carrie, this is good advice for your next trip.
Okay.
Schedule soft days.
Soft, yes.
Days when you have not
Nothing.
planned anything.
Again!
Don't overschedule your trip activities. Do not.
Yeah. Thursday, we have nothing on the schedule. We're just
I
going to
mean, unless you're like at a amusement like Disney World or some stuff like that. But
Mhm.
if you're headed to say San Diego, be sure to have some empty days.
empty days. I like calling them soft days, though. That sounds nice. It's a
Yeah,
soft day.
But it's
Soft
just,
days.
again, this is just remember to live your regular life when
Yeah.
you're on a trip.
Yes.
Also, Gina, compression socks on the airplane.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
That's
Do
an
you-
actual trip centric tip.
So that's the first one.
That's the first
Okay.
one.
Okay. He's so angry.
I know. Weather?
Weather.
Weather. I need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, Noah in Syracuse has a question for Dr. Davis. Noah wants to know if you can be a primary care doc for chimpanzees.
That is definitely outside of my wheelhouse, but it would be interesting. Chimpanzees they're cool. They're really cool.
They let him have him in Syracuse?
In Syracuse, yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a doctor who could do that.
Yeah.
All right, we're back with Dr. Josh Davis to answer the questions you have about what's ailing your dogs and cats. And we've got Amy.
Amy and her corgi.
Hi, Amy. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from West Jordan.
All right, Amy of West Jordan. What's your corgi's name?
My corgi's name is Roxanne Marie Wyndham, but we just call her Roxy.
Good. All right. Except when you're really angry at her, right?
She's done something wrong.
Exactly, and she knows.
Exactly.
What is your question?
My question is, she's just over a year old, and I adore her. She is the most wonderful dog I've ever had. But when we're outside playing, for some reason, she pulls up grass in great gobs until she hits dirt and then just keeps digging. It seems to be a happy thing, but I don't know what to do. She's ruining my yard.
She's looking for badgers.
Is that it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Some dogs, especially, they do have that really strong, like, digging and rooting behavior that way. And I wouldn't say there's really an easy fix for it, but I would reach out and talk about some behavior training to try and, again, steer away from that behavior and try to get them moving in a different direction with that, because they can be quite destructive. And so consulting about behavior, I think, would be a really good thing in your situation, and work towards something else that way.
I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion. I don't know how big an area you have, but asphalt is rather inexpensive. Just.
I have a postage stamp that won't work.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks.
Oh, and for the guy who had the dog that was eating poop, pineapple.
Pineapple? You feed the dog.
Pineapple. I had one that did it incessantly, and pineapple in her food, like just a couple little nuggets, a couple times a day, and she didn't do it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
And pineapple won't hurt him?
I haven't heard of that one. No, I mean, in small amounts it won't hurt them.
This dog.
Apparently, there's an enzyme in it that.
This dog we have here, Vax, eats a banana.
He loves a banana, yeah.
He'll eat a whole banana.
Oh, yeah. Bananas, peanut butter. Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you very much. All right, Amy. Let's go to Rashawn.
Hello, Rashawn. Where are you?
I'm calling from Harriman.
All right, Rashawn of Harriman, you have a pit bull named?
Her name is Betty White.
Betty White.
Just call her Betty.
Okay.
Of course.
And what's the problem?
We need to
here?
start giving prizes for the best names.
I know, there's some good ones out there.
Some good ones.
What's the name? Or what's the problem?
So, yeah, she within the last maybe 6 months, her round bed that she has on the floor, she has started humping it, just all the time. I've moved it to another room, and now she goes to the other room.
Sounds like love.
I don't know why she's doing it, or if it's like a need that
Because
she's
she
not
can.
getting filled somewhere else. Well, my daughter says to just let her be and have her fun, but
It grosses you out, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's probably not hurting anyone, hopefully. My question, has she been spayed in the past?
she has.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, because sometimes their status that way can affect that, and also if there are some dogs too, even if they've been spayed, they can have, if their spay wasn't complete, or if they have other what we call ectopic hormone production, sometimes they can have those behaviors. But if all of that's good and well, then again, probably falling into that behavior category, and if it's not hurting anyone, it's probably not the end of the world, but it is, it is not fun to watch all the time.
Rashawn, my first dog Artie, a Lhasa Apso, had a plush dog that was about as big as he was, that he loved, and I mean loved.
They had a relationship.
A very special relationship, and we didn't know what to do, and then we just decided let him have it.
Just let it be.
Just let it be, and he got over it after a couple of years.
Became estranged. All right. Thanks.
I'll just let her do it.
I guess.
Thanks, Rashawn.
You're Rashawn.
Maybe you could get a different kind of bed. I don't know.
Ed of Mighton.
Where?
Mighton?
I don't know Mighton.
Yeah, I forget where it is, but
Where is it?
I can't remember.
Why
I'm
does,
asking him.
Down south.
Why does my dog Attila drag his rear on the carpet? Is there a solution to the problem that does not involve Christy Gnome?
You have to take up the carpet.
Yeah, dragging the
that's-
butts. That's
the butt dragging.
a tough one.
If they're doing that,
They
got
gotta
to get
itch your
in and
butt.
get their anal glands
Yeah.
checked out. Yeah, it's usually a gland problem there, and they'll once you get those taken care of, they usually will do better till they fill up again.
Yeah. Let's see. Text, looking for an affordable option to spay and neuter pets. Local vets are almost $200. I know years ago Utah had a Big Fix location that offered a cheaper alternative, but they're now closed. What do you suggest?
I think there are still like spay neuter clinics that will put those on, and kind of that's what they do. But prices for everything is more expensive than it used to be. I mean,
Yeah.
used to be able to do like spay neuter clinics for like $30, but
I remember
you just
those,
can't really get those anymore. But there are some less expensive options out there. But also remember, with less expense often comes less.
Skill.
I won't say quality to it, but they don't do all the same things you might get at your regular vet at the same time.
It might be
So
worth it to
check with a
a
rescue
little
group.
bit extra money is worth the safety, in
Spend the
my
money.
opinion. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Jill. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
So I have a 10-year-old Jack Russell Terrier mix, and I just adopted his 10-year-old littermate. Unfortunately, the littermate's parent did not fix him, and so I'm wondering if that's something you can still do at 10 years of age, or if I just have to keep him away from the ladies.
What are these dogs named?
So my dog that I had originally, his name is Thor, and then his littermate, they named him Chico, but we've been calling him Buddy.
Buddy. Okay. Yeah. No, so as long as their health status and your doctor considers them healthy for anesthesia, it's not too late to do that procedure at that age. The things you have to watch out for, so they won't be able to get any other dogs pregnant, so that's a plus there. The behavior, if there are any of the male behaviors, you may or may not get much progress there. But if your main goal is to just avoid pregnancy, as long as he's healthy for anesthesia, that's not a problem most of the time.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you
Sounds
very
good.
much.
Thank you.
See you later.
Let's go to Mary quickly. Hello, Mary.
Mary, where are you?
Hello.
Where are you?
Of Syracuse.
Okay, and Mary of Syracuse, what's your dog's name, and what does he or she do?
His name is the Artful Dodger.
Dodger. Good ones today. Yeah.
Does he
Well, our
steal
previous
things?
dog was Oliver, so
Oh, I see.
Okay.
he bites at the air. He's a miniature pincher, and he bites at the air as if he's biting flies, but there's nothing there.
That's kind of cute, actually.
Wondered what that behavior was.
There are some neurologic actual issues that can have that fly biting behavior. Without doing an assessment, it would be hard to say that. But if there have been any other changes associated with that, it's probably worth at least getting an exam done, get checked out, and make sure that there's no other neurologic issues that go with that. And if everything checks out okay, maybe we're just having a funky behavior, but it's definitely worth checking out.
I would suggest
He's
talk.
a little weird and neurotic. So.
I would suggest
Some
talk
dogs are.
therapy. Talk therapy.
Yeah, some talk therapy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
See you later.
All right, thank you, Mary.
It is weird when they do that.
There you go.
I like it when dogs dive at their own shadows. I love that. That's such great behavior. All right, thank you, Dr. Josh Davis. Thanks so much.
All
We'll
right,
see you in
thank
a
you
couple of
guys.
weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, see, now everybody's coming in with questions. You got to get here early. All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Traffic, Gina, please.
Let's see. Infiniteam says southbound Legacy is moving slow from the I-15 interchange. Thank you for sending that in via text at 33986. Crash northbound Bangor Highway 27th South. And that is all that UDOT is telling me. If you see something, please let us know, and I will happily pass it along. X96 welcomes Bleachers to the Great Saltaire on the 18th. Tickets are on sale now. You can go to x96.com for more information and perhaps win them when you play Beat Gina in just a moment.
What a convenience. We got Bleachers tickets for Beat Gina. Today's question topic, Mad Max Fury Road trivia, because it was released on this day in 2015, and we got Furiosa coming out in a week or so. All right, so 877-602-9696. Line up to play Beat Gina. It's easy to play to get those Bleachers tickets. That's this weekend? This weekend for Bleachers. 877-602-9696. Call, play, win. It's easy. RandLife.com/X96.
If you're dreaming of owning your own home, Rand Life is the place you want to go. They're a local mortgage company. I've had them be the mortgage holder on my house for many a year. Now go to randlife.com/X96 and get to some of the most flexible purchase programs out there. They have a 3-in-1 ARM or adjustable rate mortgage with interest rates as low as 3.75%. That's right, 3.75%. This is a great opportunity. Contact Rand Life Home Loans by going to randlife.com/X96. Turn your dream into an address. With Rand Life Home Loans, they have great loan officers, and I should point out that this is on approval of credit, and restrictions may apply. At 3.75% interest rate, APR is 6.970%. So that's randlife.com/X96.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
Commonly misused phrases.
Misused.
We've been saying them wrong or doing them wrong.
Okay.
For example, spitting image.
The spitting image. Well,
Spitting image.
To me, that means someone who you look almost exactly like so-and-so.
Exactly. Spitting image is used so commonly that most people have no idea that it's actually spit and image, the original phrase. There are a few theories about the origin, but many believe it comes from saying that a child looks so much like their parents that they could have spit the child out.
I see. Okay.
So the correct phrase is technically spit and image.
You are the spit and image. What?
But based on the evolution, the common usage, spitting
Got it.
image.
Okay.
Spitting image.
So they're saying...
What does that even mean?
Yeah. Hone in
means to hone in on something, means to zero in on it, or
Yes.
And I would assume it comes from sharpening a knife,
or is it home in?
It's hone in. Well,
all right. Both technically make sense. Hone means refining or perfecting something, but home in is the one that means finding and moving directly towards something. So you hone your skills, but you home in on a target.
Yeah.
What does zero in mean now?
I don't know. Let's see. So on tender hooks.
No, it's tenter.
It is tenter hooks.
Tenter hooks.
On tender hooks is complete nonsense, even though people seem to say it more often. To be on tenter hooks means to be filled with painful or anxious anticipation. Comes from a device people used to hang their wool clothes on called a tenter. So tenter hooks. Now this one's a spelling difference. Shoe in, S-H-O-E, versus shoe in, S-H-O-O.
Well, it should be S-H-O-O. You shoe something in.
Exactly. It comes from people shoeing racehorses so that they would run faster. You've got another thing coming versus you've got another think coming.
Yeah.
I've never heard. Why would you say another think coming?
They're both correct, apparently.
Okay.
Which one does Judas Priest use?
Thing.
Okay.
Since these two basically mean the same thing, we can say that they're both right. But technically, you've got another think coming came first. And means you're telling someone that they're wrong about something and need to go have another think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Okay.
I think for that, though, we just default to Judas Priest. They're going to be the authority on that one.
That's true. Hunger pains.
Or pangs.
Or pangs.
Well, they're both correct. I don't.
Oh, there is a correct phrase.
Pang is got to be the right one, yeah?
Even though you feel hunger pains when you're hungry, pangs is actually a medical term refusing to cramps that are caused by hunger.
Being hungry, yes.
Okay. Expatriate, or is it expatriate?
Huh? Didn't you just say the same thing?
I know, right? It's a spelling difference. X-patriot, P-A-T-R-I-O-T, versus E-X-P-A-T-R-I-A-T.
Expatriate.
Expatriate.
Expatriate or expatriate, right?
Yeah.
Well, someone who was expatriated is an expatriate.
They're close in meaning. One crucial difference, an expatriate or expatriate is someone who lives away from their homeland. An expatriate is someone who no longer feels patriotism.
Oh.
So that's the difference. Now, all right. Pawn off versus palm off.
I think most people say pawn off.
Yeah.
But I think palm off probably preceded that.
Palm off is correct.
Yeah.
They can both mean to get rid of something, but pawn off comes from the definition of pawn, while palm off comes from palming, which is when you hide your cards during poker.
Yeah.
One implies actual deception, the other one does not. Butt naked.
Or buck
Or
naked.
buck naked.
Well,
I like to say butt naked because, but
That's-
it's probably not.
It makes more more sense.
People can see your butt.
What is buck naked?
But buck naked came first.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't.
It doesn't necessarily say.
You're as naked as a buck. I don't know.
Chalk it up versus chalk it up. C-H-O-C-K versus C-H-L-K.
Well, it'd be LK. Chalk it because you want to chalk a pool cube.
It's probably the other one. Probably
Chalk and
CHOCK.
chalk are both words, so it makes sense this phrase confuses people. A fridge can be chock full of vegetables. But when it comes to explaining why something happened, you'll want to go with chalk, the chalkboard.
ALK.
Chalk it up to bad luck on my part.
It's chalk it up.
You know, that fridge is chock full, and I chalk that up to the fact that I bought all those groceries.
Change tact versus change tack.
Change tack is it's a sailing term.
Changing tact sounds like it should make sense because you can change your approach to a situation to be more tactful. But tack, you're correct, nautical term referring to the direction of a boat. So if you're trying to say you need to change a different approach altogether, change tack.
Yeah, if you're in a sailboat, if you want to go against the wind, you have to tack into the wind.
One of the many things Bill learned while he was in the Navy.
Yeah. Well, I was a
He learned
yeoman.
other things.
I learned that in bathroom etiquette.
Yes.
I was a yeoman.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
I always wanted to be a bosun.
A bosun's mate.
Yeah, but I was just a yeoman.
Now, does the bosun mate assist the bosun?
Yes. The bosun.
Where's Festus when we need him?
And they don't. And the bosun is the person on the ship. Oh, I'm going to get this wrong. But I think it's the person who is in charge of knowing where everything is and everybody is.
I thought that was the captain.
No, the captain's too busy to do that.
He's too busy to keep track of people?
You need the bosun. Because the captain's sailing. He's looking at the stars and getting his sextant out. And
Are we still broadcasting?
Are we still on?
Is this going?
I don't know. I thought we were on a break.
No, sorry.
Are we playing commercials right now?
No, we're not.
R-E-M. But you knew that. 8:25. Is this sponsored, Gina?
X96 welcomes Bleachers to the Great Saltaire. Tickets are on sale now at x96.com for more information, and you might win some right now.
Right now?
It's time to get it on right now. With the radio game show that's taken the airwaves by storm, it's time for another edition of Beat Gina. But first, I'm your announcer, Johnny O, with news of a great get-together. The Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer turns Gino's pizza rolls into a celebration, a crisp, crack-liking crunch that lets you know your favorite snack is suddenly different, suddenly better. Gino's Pizza Rolls and the Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer, a great get-together for your next get-together. The Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer is fully automatic, no controls to set, perfect every time. A serving or two in a jiffy or two. Just 2 cups of oil, and the plastic lid stores the oil for the next time. And the next time. No messy basket. No hard-to-clean corners. The Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer makes deep frying fun, easy, and makes cleanup a snap. It makes Gino's Pizza Rolls crisp, golden, and delicious. Look for all 5 varieties of Gino's Pizza Rolls in your grocer's freezer and see the Fry Baby at Presto dealers everywhere. And now, he's no Fry Baby, and he's no Cry Baby either. He's your host, Kerry Jackson.
We had a Fry Daddy.
You had a Fry Daddy?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's for loads of fries.
Yes, my family had a Fry Daddy.
My favorite part of that was hard to clean corners. I don't know why. There we go. Let's see. Looks like Davis is on the phone. Randomizer has picked. Davis, are you there?
Yeah, I sure am.
All right, Davis, we're going to toss a coin. We'll see who goes first. We'll give you an advantage. Call it heads or tails.
Tails.
All right. It is tails, Gina Barbera.
Oh, Davis, you're one step closer to winning these tickets to see Bleachers. They're going to be at Great Saltaire on the 18th.
All right, Davis. So here's the deal. It's you get the first question. It's yours to answer exclusively. If you get it correct, you get the point. If not, I will allow Gina to answer that same question correctly, stealing the point away from you. We will go back and forth till one of you hits 3 points. Multiple choice. Pop culture trivia today. It's Mad Max Fury Road trivia because it was released on this day in 2015. And we're getting the sequel coming up here. I think it's next week or the week after. I can't remember. Probably the week after.
It's Memorial Weekend, I think.
Memorial Weekend. All right. So, first question for you, Davis. What happened to Tom Hardy during the filming of Mad Max Fury Road? Was it 1, so many bugs in his teeth while he was strapped to the front of that car? 2, he got a broken nose when Charlize Theron accidentally elbowed him. 3, he became a member of the LDS Church after 2 young men in suits visited the set. Or 4, he apologized for Star Trek Insurrection. I killed the Next Generation movies, he said.
Number 1.
Number 1, bugs in the teeth? That was to fool you.
I'm going elbow to the nose.
Elbow to the nose. That's
all right. Sorry, Davis. Gina's got the point. And you know what? She controls the question.
Oh, Davis. All right.
Oh, Davis.
Let's see, Gina. This was the first Mad Max film where Max is credited with what?
Okay.
Is it 1, his full name, Mac Rockatansky? Is it 2, having the most lines of any Mad Max in a movie? 3, the Wasteland's longest-running Jenga champion? Or 4, drinking all of the milk?
I guess it would be number 1.
Yes. It's 2-0, Davis.
Wow, Davis.
You control the question,
She's
though.
really good at this.
She is. All right. Davis.
She had to be good at something.
Let's see. 3 stunt performers and 1 actor found what on the set of Mad Max Fury Road? Is it 1, Jesus? Is it 2, Colonel Sanders' secret recipe? 3, love? Or 4, real body parts? What was it? What was your answer?
The number 2.
Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. You've just completely given up.
I
I'm
like
pretty
to
sure
go
that-
with love. on
Love
this
is
one.
correct, yes.
Oh my! Well, that was
Dang it.
that's the game.
Davis, you should have gone with
To
love.
be honest,
Swept the
Yeah.
leg.
to be honest, I'm here scanning dental implants at the moment while
Well,
I'm
you
trying
should.
to answer.
Well, you might get something wrong, and somebody will have some bad implants. So,
Oh no!
Oh no! High quality.
Well, because you were honest, Davis.
And because you work with implants,
I think even though I beat you, we're going to go ahead and give you these tickets to see Bleachers this weekend anyway.
I mean, that's the good news.
you guys are awesome.
You got the tickets anyway. Bad news, she won. Good news, I have so many leftover questions. I don't have to write any today.
Oh, that's a present for Carrie.
Use the leftovers for tomorrow. So
all right,
there you go.
hey, Davis, hang on the line, and somebody will tell you what you need to do. I've got to go see if I can upgrade my Fry Baby to a Fry Daddy.
Fry Daddy, yeah.
How long can you use that oil?
I know that's the thing. It
Yeah,
sat
twice.
there for a long time.
You really need to replace it.
Okay, you can use it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I would say that'd be about it. But anyway. Big Boy News brought to you by.
In the fiery beginnings of our young solar system, worlds were born and obliterated. Young sun vented its rage as chaos reigned. How did the Earth survive against all odds? Now playing at Clark Planetarium, Birth of Planet Earth tracks the perilous path our planet took in its early years. Visit clarkplanetarium.org for tickets.
U2's Bono says Coldplay is not a rock band. I hope that he said that's obvious. Now that sounds like a diss.
I was going to say that.
He doesn't mean it that way. He
No.
doesn't mean it to be a diss.
No.
He's insisted that Coldplay are not a rock band while defending the group from being judged under those rules by music fans. Bono says he was speaking in the 8-part series Music Uncovered the Genius of Coldplay, and the series unpacks the band's rise with the help of fans, fellow musicians, key people involved with their journey. It also includes clips from artists like Stormies and Griff, who reflected on what the band meant to them, speaking specifically about the song Clocks, which is a lovely song.
It is. They got quite a few good songs.
From Rush of Blood to the Head, and Bono said, that song just sort of sticks to you tighter than time itself. He then added that he remembered punching the air in a manly but not aggressive way when he first heard that hit song, and then feeling of, oh, this is just better than anyone else's song at the moment.
Oh.
He said, I should
That's a nice
mention
compliment.
Coldplay are not a rock band. I hope that's obvious. There is something much more interesting going on there, like the Isley Brothers or something, he said. They should not be judged by rock rules. Rage is the river running under most rock formations. Coldplay's music has a different source, and I think it's best revealed in this song, Clocks.
Exactly.
And this is something else.
Yes.
It's a lovely song.
It is.
The best in show at Westminster Dog Show, Miniature Poodle outlasted the favored giant Schnauzer and a crowd-pleasing German Shepherd to win the top prize at Westminster.
Name, please?
Sage, an extraordinarily Sage, a miniature poodle, Sage, an extravagantly coiffed miniature poodle with a certain winsome mystery about her.
A winsome mystery.
Won the 148th annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show on Tuesday night, prevailing over a tough field of competitors. A majestic German Shepherd, a silken Afghan Hound, and a proud giant Schnauzer. Sage is a 3-year-old bitch.
That's not nice.
Says here, whose full name is GCHGCH Surrey Sage.
That's not a good name.
No.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. This was my dog. His name was Tippy.
Well, Sage is an okay name. Let's go to the crime desk now. What's happening in Boise, Idaho with the Daybell trial, Ms. Barberi?
Well, Dr. Lily Marsden, who attended the exhumation and autopsy of Tammy Daybell, Chad's first wife, who he got away with killing her for a while because her initial cause of death, they're like, well, we can't find anything wrong. I guess she just died. Upon further reflection, though, they're saying that she had, and I don't know how they missed this the first time, she had bruises on her arm and chest that were, quote, acute, and her body had not started to mount a response to clean up the injury, which means they were caused very soon before her death. So if she was fighting back for that, they are now saying she died from asphyxia, which they said, and this is good to know if you're planning a murder, smothering a bag over the head or a weight on her chest will not leave any outward signs of asphyxiation on the body. So that's good to, if you're planning something.
You hear that, honey?
Just try to not bruise them while you're doing it, I guess.
Yeah, good idea.
That was yesterday.
All right. Here are some of the hoax reports that John Dougal's been receiving over Utah's trans bathroom reporting system. Messages in support of transgender rights. Cover a toilet bowl during a demonstration by Utah Students Unite. So that was the caption to the picture that went with this story. So John Dougal has now released some of the reports. His office has been inundated with these reports. He said, I don't want to be the bathroom monitor, and this is a stupid law. We need to fix it. Here's some of the reports, though. I saw 3 trans people at the airport. I don't know what they were doing. Plotting some sort of trans thing, I guess. Probably some sort of trans coup or something. Go to the airport. Go to the airport. You'll find them. These are people that are effing with John Dougal's office.
Yeah.
Dougal, and
it's not his. He's a good guy. He's stuck in the middle of this.
Since last week, among them is a complaint that Joe Biden and Donald Trump were hosting and participating together in a drag queen story hour at a rest stop outside of Provo. People were flaunting their transness all over the bathroom. In one letter, a person who said that they are a retired military veteran who transitioned from male to female in 2017 told Dougal that they planned on vacationing in Utah this summer and they were curious about what they needed to do to comply with state law. Quote, should I turn myself in at the end of our vacation or at the time of violation? I saw that you wanted photographic proof of me using the restroom. Frankly, I find this rather odd and would have never thought about taking pictures of anyone else inside of a restroom. If I leave your state after using the bathroom, will there be extradition proceedings to return me for trial?
They should send these, though, to Kira Birkland.
Yeah.
Not to Frugal Dougal.
She's not going to do anything.
As Dougal said, it's obvious that this was all for
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what wasn't for show? Peru, the country of Peru, the Peruvian government, has officially categorized trans and intersex people as, quote, mentally ill. The health ministry said that the decree was the only way Peru's public health services, this is interesting, could guarantee full coverage of medical attention for mental health. The move has prompted a fierce backlash in a society where gender and LGBT rights have been under sustained assault in recent years and where there are high levels of homophobic, transphobic, and gender violence. In a recent move, lawmakers banned references to gender equality from school textbooks. This has had a devastating effect on classes intended to prevent domestic assault and femicides. So the government's claiming, no, we've done this so that we can get the medical help.
I don't know if I believe you, Prue.
I don't think it's true.
Lima Prue.
Senator Tommy Tuberville went on TV and admitted it.
Yes. Someone give this to the judge.
After he attended part of Donald Trump's criminal trial in New York, later doubting juror citizenship and complaining about how the indicted former president is enduring mental anguish in the depressing courtroom, admitted on TV that one of the reasons for his appearance and comments was to, quote, overcome the gag order imposed on Trump.
Now, the other people that were there that were asked this,
J.D.
they knew how to follow
Exactly.
instructions, and they're like, no, we're just there to support our friend. But Tommy is a dumbass.
Tommy's stupid, yeah.
He is dumb.
And I love that casual racism that he dropped there, too.
Yeah,
Some of these alleged Americans here, yeah.
And also showing up at the trial was the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson.
So inappropriate.
Second in line for the president. He's standing in front of the courthouse in Manhattan and saying, this criminal trial is a sham.
Just undermining the people's faith in the justice system.
A nightclub in Coventry, England, has sparked backlash for advertising a meet and greet with the real Martha from Baby Reindeer.
Oh, really?
The Netflix hit has become one of the platform's most watched series and has been hailed as a brutally honest masterpiece about two very broken individuals. Baby Reindeer explores writer and comedian Richard Gadd's relationship with his female stalker, Martha Scott, brilliantly played by Jessica Gunning.
Yes.
Fiona Harvey has since come forward and claims, "I'm the real Martha." She denied any wrongdoing in a world-exclusive interview with Piers Morgan. Now, Coventry Club Casbah has taken it one step further, with locals calling the move grotesque. A personal appearance by Fiona Harvey, a.k.a. Martha, of Baby Reindeer, the advertisement says. She will be signing autographs, taking selfies, and she may also take a lucky reindeer home to hang her curtains,
That's a reference in the show that...
Hang her curtain. That's a
a
euphemism
sex-
for
yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
You're taking advantage of a woman that's mentally ill, is what's happening.
She's playing it for all it's worth too. Many have speculated that the meet and greet is too absurd to be real and it's a hoax, but they say no, it's not. It's not a hoax. So, all right, that's it.
Weather?
I just had a quick sport, Carrie.
Oh, sports, weather, traffic. That's right.
The Utah Division of Wildlife Resources Monday issued an emergency call for anglers. Anglers assemble. There's an increasing amount of trout, and it's getting out of hand. They need you to fish the hell out of Anderson Lake, Finney Lake. They're overrun with trout.
Miss
and
Brant, get John Carter on the phone.
It really is. It's an emergency.
It's a fishing
change.
Emergency, angler emergency.
This emergency change will allow the public to harvest more fish. Please go do them a favor and go fishing. In the NBA playoffs yesterday, the Nuggets over the Timberwolves. Denver leads that series 3-2. Knicks over the Pacers. Knicks lead that series 3-2. Today, you've got the Cavaliers and the Celtics at 5. Boston leads that 3-1. And the Mavericks and the Thunder at 7:30. Series tied at 2 apiece. In the NHL playoffs, Oilers and Canucks. The Oilers 3-2. Bruins and Panthers. Bruins 2-1. Today, the Canucks are, let's see, what do we have today? Oh, nothing scheduled today, I guess. RSL, though, is today. They're home at 7:30 against the Seattle Sounders. That's your sports. Weather. Beautiful day today. High of 73, nice and sunny. Going to be even warmer Thursday, Friday. Could be up in the low 80s by first part of the weekend. And we haven't seen the smoke coming into the valley like we've been warned might be coming from some of these out-of-state fires. But for right now, things seem pretty good. Traffic, a little bit of slowage northbound I-15 coming around Point of the Mountain. It's better than it was a bit ago. Southbound 89 coming through Rose Park into Salt Lake. There's quite a bit of slowage there. Let's see. Nothing else coming in via text, but you can always send us stuff when you're seeing it. 33986 is where you do that. Don't miss the super clearance sale happening now at Haster Games. All clearance items are being sold at 75% off MSRP. Select card games, board games, miniatures, paints, game accessories, all 75% off. 6831 South State and online at HasterGames.com.
Thank you. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after these with your list of things that must go. Stand by for that.
A couple of things. I went to the to see Dr. Cobble yesterday.
Yes.
And he said, let me take a little blood and see. I want to check a couple of things.
Okay.
So we'll do a blood draw. And I said, okay. And so his
blood. So you do have some.
There's the. There.
Oh.
Huh?
So his nurse, Allison, came in, and I like Allison. We're chatting, and she sticks the needle in my right arm, the vein. Looks for the vein, finds it, all of that, sticks it in there, and we're chatting away. And she she stops talking, and she said, "I'm in that vein. I can see it. I'm in there." And I said, "What?" She said, Have you hydrated today? Are you drinking water at all?"
Whoa.
And I said, "Well, I don't. I don't think I've drunk a lot of water today. But why? What's?" She said, "There's no blood coming out." I said, "What?"
I was joking.
And this is how you find your dad.
Yeah. I said, "What?" She said, I know I could see the vein. It was very clear. I'm in that vein, and there is no blood coming out.
Were you numb?
No. And I said, "Well, I don't." And she said, "All right." Well, she took it out, and she went and she got another one. I said, "So you would try the other arm?" And she said, "Yeah." And then so I my other arm, and she stuck it in there. She's really good, by the way. She barely feel it. And I didn't look. I don't like to look anyway, but I didn't dare look.
Yeah.
And I said, "So is there any coming out of that one?" And she said, yes, it's fine.
Was it glugging?
No. It just,
was it?
No glugging, no.
Now, and I see people in the chat room saying that's happened to them. That's never happened to me. And I was, and
a little unnerving.
And I said, "Well, why did that happen?" And Dr. Cobble happened to step back in at that point, and he said, "It just does every once in a while." He said, "It's not a big deal." But it was.
It would have bothered me.
It bothered me at first. Yeah, it bothered me at
there's
first.
no blood coming? Doesn't it have to always be there?
Yeah, I said, "What?
Isn't it not an occasional thing?"
And now I don't really have a really good explanation for why it happens sometimes. I should find out. And I'm sure there is an explanation. I just haven't looked into it. But when I went home and I was talking to my youngest child about it, they said, "Oh, that happens to me all the time."
All the time?
Yeah. Which is, I said, "Really?" Yes. Not every time, they said, but it's happened to me on several occasions. The blood draw and nothing comes out. It was weird.
You know you're in trouble if they stick the needle in you and it goes. Yeah.
If like a little like air comes out.
Dust and air comes out. Then you know it's trouble.
That would be bad. But I guess I'm
Constricted vessels can be caused by dehydration.
Yeah, that's
so
what she asked me. She asked me, "Have you hydrated today?" And I probably was kind of a little dehydrated. I have not been drinking enough water. I've been depending on seltzer, which actually I think is fine. You can drink seltzer. It hydrates you, but water is the very best.
You're going down that Gina Barberi hole.
There's water and Diet Coke.
Yeah. No, you really, most people, experts are saying that 8 glasses of water a day thing it's just, you don't really have to do that. You can count coffee. You can count Diet Coke.
Well, but it says caffeine can restrict the blood vessels. So if you've had a lot of caffeine before a blood draw, that can make it.
Yeah, no, I haven't. And I haven't had, I don't think my veins collapsed or anything. It just.
This also says nicotine can cut. You haven't been smoking, have you?
Nope.
No.
And I hadn't been around the smoked chilies at Harmon's either.
Is sponsored, Gina? Oh, sorry.
Brought to you by the Stateroom Presents, bringing you music memories. Don't miss Wade Bowen and Brooke Lee this Thursday, May 16th at the Commonwealth Room. Tickets are available at thestateroompresents.com.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Now, these are things that are really bugging you, friends of the program, things that you can't stand anymore. And so you said, I'll let Radio from Hell know about this, and maybe if they read mine on the radio, it'll make me feel better, and maybe even these things will disappear from my life. So send your must-goes to radiofromhell@x96.com. Put must-go in the subject line, if you would, please. I'll begin today. I just have one of my own, and it happened early this morning. I'm reading this story in the news, Fox News, and it's about a home in Ogden. A beautiful Victorian home in Ogden that's been restored. They worked on it, and they found all these artifacts in it and everything. And they go on to talk about it, and they don't say where in Ogden it is. They don't give the address.
Not even a street.
No, not even a street. Not a section of town. Nothing. So that I could perhaps visualize, being an Ogden boy, where that house is.
Oh, I know that house.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah. So that must go. You be a little more specific sometimes. This one says, hi, friends from Radio from Hell. Bill, if you're the one who reads this on the air, please feel free to bang on the desk. One thing that must go is people who text and drive, especially one car that was on State Street in Orem with a sign of that turd Phil Lyman running for governor. It's easy to tell who's texting and driving. They drive slow and wander out of their lane. I usually honk at them when I see them, and they usually look around and get really embarrassed when they're caught doing it. So please make all of those people who text and drive and Phil Lyman go from here.
Yes.
I run around town and have been almost hit by distracted drivers, especially when they're turning left. I don't want to die on my morning run just because you guys are running late and are texting while driving. Watch the road and your surroundings and not your phone. That must go. Thanks. Clark of Provo in the dark in the park. Name him Clark in the dark in the park. This one says, please do not use my name. Mountain View Corridor must go. I just got a new job in Harriman. Apologies for listeners in Harriman. It's absolutely awful. The speed limit is 65 miles an hour, and there's a stoplight every mile, plus a bunch of semis and cement trucks, rolling coal trucks with MAGA flags. Everyone just speeds to the next light and then slams on their brakes for the inevitable stoplight.
Yep.
I hate it. And then finally this one, Good Morning Radio from Hell. Just one thing that must go for me this morning, but I find it particularly egregious. When people call in to play Frank Chris Presents, they're fine, they're just fine, and they don't know to say that they're fine, just fine, when Bill asks how they are. Just hang up on these jackanapes. Give the prize to somebody who knows what they're doing. Thanks for letting me listen. Love the show. Alexander of East Stabbington. All right. Gary?
Okay. Just 3 from the foot of Mount Doom. When you wash your bra, but you don't notice that the straps changed until after you're wearing it, and then you wonder why your straps keep falling down.
I know. That happens to me all the time.
My wife feeling like she needs to rotate the dishes we use.
Yes, because you. Yes. 'Cause
Really?
If you have like 8 dishes, but in your house
Yeah.
you're just 2 people, you just use the top 2 dishes
Yeah.
all the time.
She says they're porcelain. I don't think they're going to wear out. I don't know why I feel like I need to do this.
I have thought about this.
All right. Also, when we don't bring in the patio furniture cushions, and then there was a rain overnight, and they're wet enough that I can't bring them in now. They just continue to remain perpetually wet for who knows how long. Let's see. This one from Lance from Vineyard. Coworkers that fart freely, but pretend it wasn't them this time. Dude, I know it's you, because it smells exactly like burnt garlic, hummus, and rubber fire. Ketchup on hot dogs, having to walk barefoot in the public gym locker room. Yeah. Root canals. That overgrown orangutan. Put him in jail for a long time. Puff Daddy, if that is your real name. And Dawn from West Valley.
Oh.
Kidding, Dawn. We love you. Keep the call-ins coming. All right. Let's see. This one from Costbro. Clogged nozzles must go.
Oh, man, that's painful.
Lotions, soaps, hand sanitizer pumps have been known to do this.
And then when you finally get it to open, you got that little globule that's hard.
Insulated lunchboxes in fridges must go. If your lunchbox is made to have an ice pack, use one. These are made because you don't have a fridge. Don't take up space in the break room fridge. Let's see. And my final must go. My mother's puppy eating poop. I don't know what's gotten into her head, but this has to go.
Our vet's coming.
Yes, they're coming up. This one from Zane. Getting paid 2 days early than normal payday is what must go. I can't see my pay stub until payday, even though I already have the money. Number 2, not knowing if that Dawn is related to Artie Fufkin.
We have 2 Dawn must goes.
Washing cards and birds looking at it and going, oh, that's not going to be clean. And when I tell people my basement is flooded, they go, with money?
Why would somebody say that?
Because
I
they're
don't know.
mean.
Exactly. It was a story. It was the rainstorms we had. Smoke them if you got them, Zane. Gina?
One of mine that must go. You're out walking your dog, and you just happen to notice on the park strip there is dog poop that somebody else didn't pick up. It's not my dog's, somebody else's dog. But then you see the owner of the house come out, and they see you with your dog, and you want to say, it's not mine. I didn't do that. Somebody else didn't pick that up. But I feel compelled to pick it up.
Well, good. I'm glad you do.
This is from Garbage Gus, things that must go. When we have a windstorm, your garbage can is not completely full. Please don't take it out. I'm talking to the ones who are usually filled about a quarter away, and it makes it easy for yourself. The reason your garbage can go missing from the wind is if it's light and it gets pushed around or knocked over, and then it blows all the little bit of trash you had in all over the place. Wait another week and fill it up all the way. This is from Sketchy Blake of Ogden. Good morning, Lords. Thanks for letting me listen. My thing that must go is being forced to come back to the office in the name of networking and synergy. I really hate that word. I'm the only employee that does this job in the entire company, and I report to our headquarters in the Bay Area, but I live in Ogden. So I have to get up early, commute to our office in Davis County, and still do all of my meetings virtually. Why do I have to do this? And finally this. Things that must go. $150 for 8 hours of work, Kevin Costner movie? But you get to be
that's
in a
what they'll
Kevin
tell you.
Costner movie.
And I bet you got craft services too.
That's what they'll
so
tell
quit
you.
bitching.
Yep.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
All right, traffic, Gina, please.
Yeah, when I was an extra on that 3 o'clock high movie, got $50, and that was for like 3 days of.
Did you get craft services though?
No, the kids were not allowed to have craft services.
Stay away from the food, kids.
Yeah. Traffic though is looking good. That earlier slowdown at Point of the Mountain looks better. It's a little slow, but it's not red on the UDOT cameras. It's just yellow, so that's just a little slowage through there. And nobody sent anything in via text for a bit, so Infiniteam, you're probably all at work and school right now and can't tell me what you're seeing on the roads. That's okay. If you do see something, you're always welcome to text us at 33986. The Classic Tattoo Show, May 17th to the 19th at Davis Conference Center in Layton. Admission is free on Friday. Visit ClassicTattooShow.com for tickets.
KXRK Provo, we're going to take a break, play a song for you. Then right after that, it is the Boner Recap Game. Easy to play if you were winning. I mean, easy to win if you were listening, is what I was trying to say. If you were listening to the Boner this morning, you know the answer to the question, who won the Boner? If not, cheat. We encourage you to cheat. Go to x96.com, click on the Boner voting for today, May 15, 2024, and it'll say right there next to the candidate number, it says winner. That's easy to play and win. What's the prize?
We have a vinyl copy of the new Kings of Leon album. Can we please have fun?
Vinyl Kings of Leon. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. Add to your vinyl collection by playing the Boner Recap Game. 877-602-9696. Stockton 12 Honda.
Stockton 12 Honda is your neighborhood Honda dealer. They've been in business 25 years now out in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. I've bought a couple of cars from Stockton 12 Honda. I like them a lot. Shane Parrish, the GM out there, is just a really, really nice guy. And you can tell the staff loves him. They like him. So get ready for Stockton 12 Honda's big Memorial Day sale. It's Memorial Day weekend. Thursday the 23rd through Monday the 27th. I'll be there on Saturday the 25th from 11 to 1. We'll have all kinds of prizes to give away, those brand new Radio from Hell coffee mugs that are highly coveted. And you can get big savings on Hondas at Stockton 12 Honda. There's a huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas for the big Memorial Day sale. So we'll have a barbecue, car washes, shoot hoops for great prizes and all kinds of stuff. Stockton 12 Honda, Southtown Auto Mall, just off 106 South exit of I-15 in Sandy.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
The list I have is a list of celebrities who have criminal parents.
Criminal parents.
First one on the list, Woody Harrelson. Now, he's been in trouble with the law his own self.
He's had his own brushes, yes.
Doesn't even compare with his father. Woody Harrelson's dad, Charles Harrelson, was a notable hitman.
Oh.
He's said to have murdered a U.S. district judge in 1979, escaped prison, and was even tied to the assassination of JFK.
Wow. You're leading with that.
That's the list they have given me. Lindsay Lohan, again, she's had her own problems.
Brushes, yes.
Doesn't compare with her dad, Michael Lohan, involved in all kinds of crimes. He served jail time for insider trading and violating probation. He was arrested for domestic violence. Her mom's been in trouble with the law, too. Drunk driving and such. This one, I think you've probably heard this story before, Carrie, but a lot of people might not know it. Charlize Theron.
Oh, yes. This is go ahead.
Okay, so she's, of course, played a serial killer before.
Yes.
Charlize doesn't get in trouble with the law, but one night when she was 15 years old, her alcoholic father allegedly started firing his gun and threatened Charlize and her mother, who retaliated and killed him. Afterwards, Theron and her mom moved from South Africa to the United States. But I wouldn't count that as a criminal. I would count that as self-defense for sure. Terrence Howard, Oscar-nominated actor.
Also had his troubles?
Had lots of troubles.
Yeah.
His dad, Tyrone Howard, allegedly committed the so-called Santa line slaying. Accounts vary, but it's said that Tyrone killed a man who assaulted him while waiting in line to see Santa Claus at a mall.
Okay.
What?
Doesn't that put you on the naughty list?
I hope. Immediately. I don't think there's any discussion.
Tupac Shakur, again, you're saying he had his own problems with the police.
See, this is the interesting part to me of this list, is the people whose, they've had trouble and their parents have had trouble. So far, we haven't had one where the guy's okay, but the parents were screwed up.
I mean, Charlize. That's probably
okay. That's the one.
But again, self-defense.
Yeah. Tupac's mom was said to be an affiliate of the Black Panther Party. She was tied to bombings in New York, represented herself in court while pregnant with Tupac.
Wow.
She was eventually acquitted.
I don't count that.
It doesn't say so on here. I thought he was born in prison, but it doesn't say that in this story. Nicki Minaj.
Also has had her troubles.
Yeah, she's her father, Robert Minaj, attempted to murder her mother by burning the house down.
Well,
wasn't successful at it, but
yeah. Again, divorce is a lot less trouble.
Yeah. Toby Maguire.
Now Toby has not had his problems, has he?
He's famously played good guys in Hollywood. Is not known as a bad boy. Or his father, Vincent Maguire, was a convicted bank robber.
Really?
Like the kind of guy Spider-Man would catch.
Yeah, the burglar.
Jackie Chan.
I've heard this one.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
His father, Charles, was a secret Chinese nationalist agent. This sounds like a movie.
Wow.
Who clashed with the communists. Meanwhile, his mother was an illegal opium trader.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a movie. Why hasn't somebody done that movie
That should
yet?
be a movie, and Jackie should play his father.
And there's actually a picture of them here. His parents are gorgeous, both of them.
Oh, I'll bet. I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu?
Mm-hmm. Again, Keanu, he's a good guy.
Yes, has not had his problems. Yes.
When he was a boy, his father was handed a 10-year prison sentence for trafficking heroin.
Oh.
Wow. Trafficking.
Yeah.
Not holding.
He was
Again,
moving
that's
it.
a trumped-up charge there.
Let's see. Leighton Meester, she was on Gossip Girl.
Yes.
Her mother, Constance, served prison time for allegedly working in a drug ring, smuggling marijuana from Jamaica to the United States.
Wow.
Drew Barrymore, we know about
her whole family.
Yeah.
Up the line, they've all had their problems.
And actually, just as a side note, I was reading a lot about David Crosby yesterday because he died. Apparently, when Drew was in rehab and she got let out too early for some reason, her parents weren't paying the bills.
Oh.
She went and lived with David Crosby for a while because he was sober.
Yeah.
And he helped her get sober the rest of the way. Because her parents were no help at all. They were the reason she was having her problems. Let's see what else.
You don't go to a Barrymore for help with your drinking. You just don't.
Last one here, Hope Solo. She's famous.
Oh, yeah, I know this one. I love her.
She's a famous
Well,
goalkeeper, and she, again, has had her own
Oh, yeah. She's got anger problems.
trouble with the law. Hope Solo was actually conceived in prison.
Whoa.
What?
Her father was serving time for embezzlement. I guess her mom went to conjugal visit him in prison.
And this is where the magic happens.
He also kidnapped Hope and her little brother from a baseball game when they were little.
I did know that
You
one.
knew that
I did
one.
know that one.
Wow.
But conceived, I mean, we've heard of born in jail. but
Conceived in jail is another
in
level as
jail.
far as I'm concerned.
I think that's why that one is at the top of the list of
I mean,
celebrities.
even Johnny Cash never had a song about being conceived in jail.
No.
When she was playing for the U.S., she was like my top idol besides Nick Armando because I was a goalkeeper for 17
Mhm.
years. And then she came out with some anger issues and abuse. And
John says Leighton Meester was born in prison.
I have heard that also.
Hmm.
My great-grandfather was born in prison.
Born in prison.
Really?
Because his father was the sheriff. And his wife came to visit him at work one day, and she went into labor while she was there, and so they just took her into one of the cells, and she gave birth in jail.
What a wonderful story.
So there you go.
Well, there you go.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Oh, and Sunset is happy anytime we play David Bowie.
Sunset.
In Sunset.
Well,
in a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's because on this day, happy 79th birthday to musician, composer, producer, visual artist, and theorist Brian Eno, who worked with Bowie on what is referred to as the Berlin Trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
Which is 3 albums, Low, Heroes, and Lodger. Lodger's my favorite, but it's got more obscure songs on it.
Didn't David Bowie do Oh, no, I'm thinking, yeah, Lou Reed did an album called Berlin.
Yeah.
Or was it Lou Reed? The most depressing thing I ever heard.
Yeah. But, yeah. So I was going to play something from Lodger, but you wouldn't recognize any
Oh,
of it.
that was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Let's see. It is time for, let's see if we got this going here, the boner recap.
Okay, let's do that. We had 4 boner candidates today.
Yes.
Really, there was 3 for the
You just
first
separated
part
them.
1, part 2. But let's see. Do we have a contestant?
Liz.
Hello, Liz.
Hi.
Where are you?
I am in Mill Creek, Utah.
That means you are Liz of Mill Creek, Utah. And did you hear the boners earlier today?
Yes, I did.
Okay. It's probably going to be pretty easy. I mean, you know now, but
Mhm.
it probably would have been pretty easy to figure out the winner anyway. But let's
Yeah.
go through it, and if you tell me the correct one, you will win what, Gina?
A vinyl copy of the new Kings of Leon album. Can we please have fun?
Okay, you ready, Liz?
Yes.
Boner candidate number 1 today was Harrison Butker wants men to be men and women to stay home and have babies. Harrison Butker is the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs, which some people have criticized as not one of the more manly positions in football. But
it's the one where they don't touch you.
Yeah. Butker is saying, some women, you'll go on to lead. This is a commencement address. You'll go on to have some careers, but I venture to guess that the majority of you are excited about your marriage and, kids. You want to have kids and all of that. So it's most important to be a homemaker. And then boner candidate number 2 was, oh, look, it's Harrison Butker again, this time talking about Pride events and how Pride is having an entire month dedicated to it is an example of the deadly sins against the Catholic Church, and on and on and on. Pornography, premarital sex, sunbathing in swimsuits.
By the way, this is a graduation speech. It's
Yeah.
supposed to, he just was sort of
Well,
lecturing people
Yes.
about...
I would point out, though, Gina, it is a very conservative Catholic college.
But even there, they were like,
There was nothing fun about his comments.
no, you're supposed to...
But, of course, when guys like this say it, they never say, shut up and play ball.
Yeah, why are you... stay in your lane,
Yeah, it's always
Harrison.
It's always the liberal sports figures that they have a problem with.
Then we had boner candidate number 3, raw milk enthusiasts, who I bet they homeschool too. I just bet anything. But there actually is a group of people, the Raw Milk Institute, and they're asking for milk contaminated with the bird virus, the bird flu, because they think if they drink it, it'll give them immunity.
They deserve to get the bird flu if they do.
I don't want them to get the bird flu because they will pass it to others.
That's true.
And then boner candidate number 4, school policy, Alpine School District policy forbids you to honor your dead child. A young woman went to American Fork High School. Her name was Samantha Corey, and she got cancer, and she tried to hang on through her senior year, but she was not able to, and she passed away. And her family wanted to have one of her sisters wear a cap and gown in her stead and go up and accept a graduation diploma. Well, they read her name.
Which
during
she earned.
Yeah.
And
that's all they wanted.
Yeah, that's all they wanted. And the school district says, no, we can't do that. It's against our policies. We sympathize. We know it's sad, but, no, we can't. We won't do that. We can't do that. I should point out that the mayor of American Fork, Brad Frost, said the city council will have Samantha's name read at their meeting on May 28th, and the community members can have a small ceremony for her at the city council meeting. So those were the 4 candidates. Who was the winner, Liz?
All right, I'm going to have to go with boner number 4.
Overwhelming.
Yep.
350 votes. I mean, Harrison Butker got over 100 votes when you put the
When
two
you
together.
combined them, yeah.
But that one, 350 votes, and that's the winner. And you now are the proud owner of a a vinyl copy of Let's Have Fun.
No, can we please
Can we please have fun?
Can we please have fun?
Yeah.
Which I think is a great title name.
There you go.
All right, hang on the line, Liz, and somebody will tell you what you need to do to come and pick that up.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after these with some big boy news and opinioendo for you.
Okay.
Stand by for that. We also have our concert calendar on the way. All that and more coming up. High Country E-Bikes. You need to go and visit highcountryebikes.com if you're looking for an excellent selection of high-quality brand-named e-bikes. Huge selection. They have hundreds of e-bikes in stock with discounts up to 60% off. That's 60% off. You're going to save some money on these. High Country E-Bikes, top brands of all kinds of bikes. Comfort cruisers, mountain bikes, e-trikes, hundreds of e-bikes in stock. Now, these are great for people who've been into riding and want to get into riding. They have everything they need that you need to elevate your biking experience. They're a fantastic way to transition into being more active, to get into shape, and to lose weight. Great for parents, grandparents, the whole family, really. So elevate your biking experience, ride more, go further, get there faster on an e-bike from High Country E-Bikes. They also service the e-bikes that they sell. So visit highcountryebikes.com, go into High Country E-Bikes, and get your e-bike before they are.
You can DoorDash Larry H. Miller Megaplex.
Megaplex popcorn?
Yeah, gigantic tubs of theater popcorn.
That's kind of fun if you're having a family movie night.
Oh, Payday has caramel.
That's
Is that the
yes, it
difference?
does. Yes, it does.
That's the difference.
And I think maybe salted nut roll is just nougat.
It's just nougat?
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's
Google
been years.
Google what's the difference between a Payday and a salted nut roll, and I'll bet it comes right up.
And let's not talk about cherry olette.
No.
You ever have one of those?
No. What is that? Does that have nuts in it?
I think so. A cherry olette is and it's kind of round, dome-shaped candy bar thing.
Mhm.
And you bite into it, and it's filled with cherry-flavored cream, as I recall. And I think there might be some nuts.
Yep.
And some little bits of cherry, chewy little cherry.
Delicious.
Bits.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
A Payday candy bar has the same sweet, salty thing going on. Salty peanuts and peanut butter with golden caramel.
Mm.
The salted nut roll has a nougat center.
As the nougat center.
Okay. Yeah.
I prefer a salted nut roll, then.
Mm-hmm. You like the nougats.
But I'm not sure where I can get one. Anytime I
they
go
have
look
them.
at the candy bars, I don't see them.
They're not the most common, but I'm sure
I
you
see
can
the
get 'em.
Payday all the time, but I don't see the salted nut roll. Who makes the salted nut roll? Does it say?
Let's see.
Is it like M&M Mars or some big company?
Pearson's candy.
Pearson. See, that's why I don't see it as much.
Yeah, I just looked up cherry olette. Yeah, it has the cherry cream and little bits of chewy cherry inside
But
of it.
no nuts are involved.
I don't think so. I can't.
We're
I'm just looking at a
We're
picture.
talking nut-specific candies
And
here.
again, we really have to apologize for getting so political with this.
I know, right? A Payday is a Baby Ruth without chocolate.
Okay, caramel and nuts. Yeah.
And the cherry olette is also known as Big Cherry, right?
Because
I'm looking at the package and it says Big Cherry on it.
Well, the only ones I'm seeing here are cherry olette. Cherry olette from the Hoffman Candy Company, 1950s when they started.
There's also Chase's Cherry Mash.
I think I want to try. I've never had a salted nut roll, and now that I'm reading and looking at them, I want a salted
Big
nut
Cherry is a different candy
Is that a
bar.
different one?
Yeah, it's a different.
Because I've had the Big Cherry. I don't think I've had the Cherry Olette because I recognize that package.
The Big Cherry is a huge mound of milk chocolate sprinkled with peanuts containing a whole cherry in a rich, creamy center.
Yeah, I've had that one. I thought that's what a Cherry Olette was.
No, a
but I guess
cherry
that's a
olette
Big
is
Cherry.
different candy bar.
Let's have candy
What's
later
the
today.
oldest candy bar being made?
Are you asking me, or do
Well,
you have it there?
It just popped up. Apparently, the oldest candy bar still being made is Toblerone.
Toblerone.
Created in Switzerland in 1908 by Emil Bowman and Theodore Tobler.
Somebody said if I go to Holiday Oil, they have a Pearson's salted nut roll.
Oh, there you go.
Do you guys have any more of those ass hats? I sure could use one. I'm going to Costco later, so.
What?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't
know.
You know the ones speaking of Costco. Oh.
Yeah.
What? You get a big container of that, how do you say it? Ferraro Rocher?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Ferraro
little
The
individually
gold-
wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You like
There
those?
you go. You put those in a big bowl and just with your movie popcorn and you eat them.
You know what the oldest candy company or the oldest candy bar still being made is?
Toblerone.
No. Well,
Because those
the
are
oldest,
still
I'm
around.
sorry, the oldest candy company.
Oh.
The oldest candy company in America. Ye Old Pepper Candy Company in Salem.
Has it always been Ye Old?
I
Or
think
did they
so.
change it after a while?
I think so. I don't know
Can
what.
you start off being Ye Old something?
Oh, now look what they've done to the salted nut roll. They've flavored them.
What?
You can get a cinnamon churro salted nut roll or a spicy salted nut roll.
I want to try both of those.
And I don't recognize the package, and maybe that's why I'm not seeing the salted nut roll.
Oh, I want to try both.
Ye Old Pepper Candy Company makes those melt-away peppermint kind of, those white sort of.
And this texter reminds me, and now I'm going to go drive down to Pirate O's and Draper and check out the uncommon candy that they have. They have a big,
Uncommon?
They have a
different-
big selection of hard to find and uncommon
Oh, you
candies.
should.
They have like Zabar and.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff.
uh,
9:21, Big Boy News and Opinioendo now, brought to you by.
Celebrate the start of summer in style at Living Spaces Memorial Day event, where you'll find the best deals for your home and enjoy free shipping as soon as the next day.
Here's a waste of time and a waste of copy space and a waste of everything. Just the headline.
Okay.
Healthy lifestyle could offset bad genes and extend your life.
The hell you say?
What a revelation. I'm going to read that? No, I'm not going to read that. God. Now this, I'll read.
Yeah, who is that article for? I don't understand.
Let me see if it's, I don't know, it's from
You know what
Fox.
that headline does, though, Bill, is it means I can't have the excuse of, it's not my fault, I have bad genes. That's telling me I'm not allowed to
Gina,
say that.
stop. We're already talking
Oh.
too much about it.
Yeah.
This is bizarre, though. I'll read this. Orcas sink boat in the Strait of Gibraltar.
Excellent.
They're rising up.
Officials in Spain are warning mariners after a killer whale, that's right, a whale, was responsible for sinking a boat in the Strait of Gibraltar. Spain's Maritime Rescue Service said orcas caused a 33-foot boat to sink 14 miles from Cape Spartel. 2 people on board the boat notified authorities before the boat sank, and they were rescued and not injured.
Have the orcas let us know their demands? What do we need to do to get them to stop doing this? It's
Officials-
clearly a protest.
I don't want them to stop.
Officials are now suggesting that mariners remain close to shore when traveling through an area between the Gulf of Cadiz and the Strait of Gibraltar. This region, off the northern coast of Morocco and the southern coast of Spain, generally sees a spike of killer whales from May through August. Officials said the guidance is not only meant to protect human life, but to protect orcas native to the area. But yeah, man. Let's see. A man in Van Buren County's Columbia Township, this is in Michigan, doing some yard work when he unearthed what looked like a partially buried grenade.
Oh.
So, yeah, police were called. Initially, they thought it was a training grenade. However, the deputy noticed that the grenade seemed altered, so they called in the bomb squad from the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety. Investigators from that unit determined the grenade was not a training explosive or a dud, but rather, in fact, a live grenade. They determined that probably it's been there since, those great battles of World War II in Kalamazoo, Michigan. They determined that it had been modified to serve as a live improvised explosive device. The grenade had been there for several years, they believe. They moved it to a safe location and detonated it. No one was injured. Well, there's nothing better than being able to enjoy the sun out in your garden. The weather over the weekend saw many of us rush outside to make the most of the sun. But one woman was left furious, I tell you, as it meant her neighbors would once again start spending all of their time in their garden
Okay.
sunbathing naked.
What?
Is there a fence?
The anonymous woman claimed that her neighbors are a retired couple who love the sun and
ugh.
often spend the entire summer lounging naked in their garden.
Jerry was okay with it till he
So-
heard retired.
So
couple.
bad naked.
For the first few summers, Carrie, I maintain that there's only like a 1% of naked is good naked.
Yep.
For the first few summers, this wasn't a problem for the women, but now they had work to be done to raise their patio, and they can see over her fence now.
Okay.
She has no choice but to look at her neighbors while they sunbathe.
Yes, you
and they
do.
can't help but stare into her garden, which makes her feel uncomfortable.
You still don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to go out and be in her garden, there's no way she can avoid seeing them. In a post on some neighborhood website where people bitch about stuff, when we moved in several years ago, they would sit for hours in the sun at the end of their garden staring at our house. On every sunny
That's
day,
weird.
they'd be there.
That's really
After
weird.
lockdown, they had their terrace or their patio redone, and it's now several feet higher and wider, and it's huge. And when they walk onto the patio, they can see over the fence as the terrace is so high that their head and shoulders are now above the fence. They've positioned their tables and chairs up to the fence and sit either with their sun loungers facing our garden, looking directly at us, or the back facing our house, looking directly at us again.
Why don't you fight fire with fire, and you start going outside naked, see if they like it? No?
No, I don't. No,
don't-
that just doubles the ugly.
Other than a tall wall, there's no really.
Yeah, she's looking into building a taller fence.
Yeah.
Or growing some bamboo. This is disgusting. Jell-O. Oh no, this is not the one I wanted to do. This the Jell-O one might be disgusting too, but this is disgusting. Shaquille O'Neal has a new candy.
Oh yeah.
Shackalicious gummies.
Are
And
they-
they are in the shape of his head.
Yeah.
The biggest candy player in the world, Shaquille O'Neal, let the candy out of the bag.
So they're bulbous.
Yeah. Big, bulbous.
Are these like real candies, or
Yeah,
are
I think
these
it's-
like
Are they gummies?
I think it's
marijuana
real
gummies?
candy. It's candy.
Mm.
Shaq has said it's Shackalicious XL gummies.
They're special.
Shaq, yeah, they look kind of, they look like Shaquille O'Neal's head. I don't really want to put Shaquille O'Neal's head in my mouth.
You don't have to.
No. Shackalicious gummies, XL gummies, peach, berry punch, and orange. And he's got a big smile. I mean, it's the features of his face on
Yeah.
these things.
Bulbous and yeah.
And this, I don't know. So Jell-O, Jello, about as classic a dessert as they come. People don't eat Jell-O like they used to, I don't think.
No, not as much.
I don't remember the last time I had Jell-O.
It's become a favorite treat since its launch in 1897, but now it's mixing things up by mixing up with another all-time sweet, Girl Scout cookies. On Tuesday, Jell-O announced the first flavor collaboration in more than a decade, the new Girl Scout pudding cups.
Oh, it's Jell-O
it's
pudding.
Yeah. A spokesperson for Jell-O shared with Food and Wine that the cups will be available in Thin Mints and chocolate caramel cookie flavors.
That sounds good.
Our Jell-O's Girl Scout pudding cups highlight the power of two iconic brands coming together to create something special for our fans, said the brand manager at Jell-O. But this isn't the only new part of the collaboration. The duo is also introducing a brand new format for enjoying Jell-O with the smooth pudding in one container and the cookie crumble in another container.
I'd eat that.
So you can mix them how you like. A perfect blend of creamy pudding and delicious Thin Mints and chocolate caramel cookie crumbles in every spoonful.
Yeah, I'd try that.
Let's see, $2.99 a cup.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
That's expensive
How
for
big
just
of a cup is it?
because they weren't that big.
I was picturing a little tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a it's a 2-pack.
Okay.
Girl Scout pudding cups will be available in 2 packs for $2.99. Let's see, we got more time here.
One more quick story.
Let me find something. I'd advise you all to seek out the trailer for the I'll post a link to it on Twitter at RFHBill. The trailer for Megalopolis, legendary director Francis Ford Coppola's first film in 14 years, a huge project. Nobody wanted to fund it, so I think he sold his winery.
He did. He funded it himself with his winery.
And
now he's having trouble getting distribution because nobody wants to distribute it because they say it's so weird.
Well, when people have looked at it, they say, well, we can't sell this. It's an urban fantasy about an idealist who seeks to rebuild a New York City-like metropolis into a utopia following a disaster. The trailer is mostly a montage of dreams and decadence. Statues walk, chariots race in Madison Square Garden, and Adam Driver ruminates on the nature of utopias. And it says here
Adam Driver's good in everything.
Well, they're good. There are a lot of good people in it too.
The cast is stellar.
Huge. It looks. It says the trailer is awe-inspiring with little context for the narrative. And it does just look. I don't. It's like I almost don't care what it's about. I would just sit there and look at it because it's so.
Well, I think you're going to have a assigned viewing and report back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Weather.
Weather, beautiful. 73, sunny today. Tomorrow, 78. Friday, 81. Just keep getting warmer and sunnier. Looks like we're supposed to have some of the wildfire, out-of-state wildfire smoke enter our atmosphere sometime this week, but so far so good. It looks pretty good today, so go outside today is what I'm telling you to do. Experience the magic and enchantment of Cat and Cauldron, your premier destination for all things occult and metaphysical in Taylorsville, catandcauldron.com.
All right, we will take a break. We'll be back after these with your concert calendar from Live Nation. Stand by for that right after these. Zero Res.
Okay, I had them at my house on Friday because it's graduation this week. We're having a lot of company. I want things to look nice. And this is how I do it. Then the following week, I'll have them back to clean after everybody's left. Zero Res is just great. I've used them for years to care for my home. Tough stains and dirt. Pet stains, unfortunately, I've had some of those too. They can take care of that with their ZR water. Now, they don't just do carpet cleaning now. They're doing air duct cleaning, which I think I need to have them back to do that as well. And they've got a special going on right now. You go to ZeroRes.com to get 3 rooms of carpet Zero Resified. That's just $99 plus the 4th room free. And then you get 20% off your air duct cleaning. Now, the only way to get that deal, though, is mention X96 for the special X96 offer. So go to ZeroRes.com, Zero Res, you spell it backwards and forwards. It's the right way to clean. It's the way I clean. I think they're coming to Carrie's house soon, too.
Yes, we're making that happen.
Zero Res.
Hey, listen, I was wrong, or maybe I was right. Yesterday, we were talking about TV shows, and I was saying that show, The Watcher. And I'd watched 2 episodes of it, and my wife and I, we didn't care for it. Just went, it's not that good. I'm not going to watch it. Well, I don't know. We needed something to watch last night for some reason, so we watched the 3rd episode, and I went, oh. Okay.
Now you get it.
Now maybe. And I want you to tell me a little bit about the real story. Okay. But I said, oh. Yeah, okay. And as a matter of fact, as the episode went on, I said to my wife, I'm getting queasy.
Yeah.
Just because something's going to happen that's just icky.
Now,
I can tell.
Have you seen your friend in it at all yet?
Yeah, she's been in and gone, and I won't tell you how.
Okay.
But Margot Martindale. Now, so I liked it, and I'm going to keep watching it. But then I saw something online today that said, people are upset with the finale, and they think it stinks, the last episode of The Watcher. But I'll find out for myself. But I don't really know the real story.
So the real story is there is no ending. The real story is the family moved, and they never found out what happened.
Did they?
So the TV show that you're watching, they try to tie it together. But in the real story...
Okay,
they still don't know who the Watcher is.
So I don't want to give anything away. But in the real story, Do they find out about the history of the house?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
creepy stuff
Yeah.
about the history of the house? Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's in the third episode, there's like the last third of it, you just go, oh my, yeah.
Yeah, that's why this got it. If it were just a story about, we got notes in our mailbox and that was weird. If that's all it was, it wouldn't be a TV
Well, I was
show.
wondering if the real story was that, and then they embellished it.
No, I mean there's embellishment, of course.
Because if that happened in real life, they just got notes and notes and notes, that'd be pretty creepy. But
Yeah.
So, but this is not an embellishment, or you don't.
I mean, I haven't seen
You don't
it.
know what the event they describe is.
But there is a history with the house.
I'll
And in the TV show, they try to tie it up. Whereas in real life, it's just like, well, we'll never know.
I'll try to. Unless you're going to watch it, or you probably don't care. Off the air, I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can tell me if that jives with the real story. Because it was creepy.
Speaking of, I mean, if we still have a second, Carrie.
We got about a half second, sure.
Bill, you did the story yesterday about these 4 friends that were out biking and found in the river.
Oh yeah, their bodies were found in the river.
Well, not just their bodies, their dismembered bodies.
Yes.
Oh, it didn't say that.
Yeah, this is a new detail that has come.
Their dismembered bodies, and
New S has come to light.
they were not just going out for a bike ride.
Mm-hmm.
They were going out to steal stuff
On their bikes.
And they stopped by a friend's house, and they said, hey, you want to come with us? We're going to go steal stuff. And the friend went, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. But the friend knew where they were going, which was some salvage yard somewhere. And so now the suspect is the guy that owns the salvage yard. Like, maybe he came upon them stealing stuff, and he wasn't having
It's always
none of it.
It's always the crusty old caretaker of the salvage yard who does it.
And cuts up the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just...
You couldn't have just shot them because they were stealing.
No.
Well, you got to dispose of the bodies in the river. Yeah. If I cut them up,
You know. I had to. I just had to. What other choice did I have?
That's right. Bobby kind of all acts with his eyebrows, though. They enter the room before he does.
They always do. Okay.
Yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, we do want to hear from Trent Falcone. He just called us. Mm-hmm. Are you there, Trent?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good. Mr. Live Nation himself. Trent, I texted you, and you didn't text me back about a podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Bill. I got pummeled yesterday.
That's okay.
I will send you all that information.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
and then Carrie and Gina.
Yes.
I need to chat with you next. So I'll be in touch with details.
About the podcast.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, your exciting life and your careers and all that. Anyway.
All right.
Let's talk about music, shall we?
Yes, Live Nation presents what?
Here we go. Pete Davidson tonight at Capitol Theater. Also tonight, Fade at the Delta Center. Friday, May 17th, Marcus King at the Complex, and Born of Osiris will be at the Depot. Saturday, May 18th, it's Battle Beast at the Depot. Bleachers at the Great Saltaire. I believe that's outside at the amphitheater. And then happening at the Delta Center same night is Melanie Martinez. Then Monday, May 20th, it's Red Rum Club. That's happening at Kilby Court, and Era at the Complex. Tuesday, May 21st, Holly Humberstone at Soundwell. War Paint at the Complex, and Waxahachie at the Depot. On sales Friday, 10 a.m., livenation.com. It's Young Gravy coming to the lot at the Complex on August 29th. Winona Judd, September 25th at Sandy Amphitheater. Nikki, October 1st at the Union Event Center. Lorna Shore, October 17th at the Complex. And David Kushner coming to the Complex September 14th. And the giveaway this week, we're going to give you 2 tickets to War Paint Those will be in will call. And then also, just for fun, 2 tickets to see Cage the Elephant, June 20th, Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater, and those tickets are going to be the Press Seltzer Uinta Brewing Party Deck, and those will be in will call. That was a lot.
Yeah, that is.
And based on Bill's reaction, I think you need to set aside some Winona tickets for him.
Indeed.
Winona.
Consider it done. Consider it done, Bill.
That the Press Seltzer Uinta Brewing Party Deck, that's a great area to watch these shows.
It's a great time.
Yeah. So anybody wants those tickets, first come, first serve, 877-602-9696. It's War Paint and Cage the Elephant. So when is War Paint? It's coming up very soon.
It's May 21st.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Trent Falcone.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Live Nation. Thanks a lot.
All right. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
We got a really cool photo that we had showing of Trent. Will you throw that
Trent's
up,
in a
Macy?
band, too.
He has the coolest microphone tattoo on his arm.
Oh,
there he is. Yeah.
So
x96.com/live.
figured you could see his beautifully angry face while he talks on air.
When I first met Trent, and I thought, this is not a nice person.
And he's like the nicest guy.
When I looked at him, I
scared
went,
you?
he's kind of scary looking. And then he's about as sweet as could be.
Well, I've got other things happening.
Katie? What you got?
On Friday, you've got Zepparella, which is the Led Zeppelin powerhouse. It's an all-female cover band.
That's right.
They're going to be at the State Room. On Saturday, also, it's going to be the 2024 Sugar House Rocks Summer Festival, which sounds pretty cool. Should be pretty fun. On Saturday, you have Ira Glass, The 7 Things I've Learned, over at Eccles Theater. J. Rad Cooley, it is an album release show over at the State Room. And other things on Saturday, you have the 2024 Garden Open House. I put this in for me. Garden Open House, Ask an Expert. It's at the Conservation Garden Park, which should be pretty cool. The 2024 Slug Cat Bike Race. I'm not exactly sure.
Cat bike race.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where it's starting, but the link is over at x96.com. Bark at the Moon, which is at the Gateway on Saturday. Just has to do with dogs. I didn't go into a lot of detail on research for that, but it had to do with dogs.
Bark
so I was
at the
in.
moon I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, look
Real
that
Salt Lake plays the Colorado Rapids at America First Fields on Saturday. And of course, the big one, we talked about this earlier, Cancer's a Drag over at venue 669 on Saturday. This song is so good. I love Cage the Elephant. So that's all on Saturday. Other things happening throughout the whole weekend. Plaza-Palooza Spring Concert Series is going on at Snowbird. The Woodland Fairy Festival has started at Gardner Village this weekend, and it's going to go through the end of June on the weekend, so it should be pretty fun. The 2024 Living Traditions Festival is going all weekend long, and please tell me if I mess this up, Masima. It is the Pacific Island Film Tour that's going to go on at
I think that's
Salt Lake Film Society.
Yeah. And I looked up Bark at the Moon. It's the Humane Society invites you and your friends and pups for a night of fun at the Gateway on May 18th, 5 to 9 p.m. They're going to have food trucks, craft beer, live music,
Heck
and
yeah.
it's bring your dogs. And
Vax would love this.
There you go.
And of course, my favorite farmers market finally starting back up. Wheeler Farm on Sundays from 9 to 1. And it's going to go through October, so that's on Sundays. I'll be there. You can find me and Vax walking around.
All right.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Katie.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you very much. All right, it's 9:43 right now. And let's see. We got a minute here. If you have anything.
I was trying to see if I could figure out what cat bikes was. So I just Googled cat bike. There are some bikes, kind of bikes called cat bikes. I'm not sure what but it's also could mean how to bike with your cat.
How to bike with your cat.
Yeah.
Oh, so
like if you have a basket on.
Yeah, how to a good safe way to take your cat on bike rides with you.
Would cats like a bike ride?
Some might.
They have to be taught not to be afraid. Yeah. I mean, as an aficionado of cat videos, as you know, I see many motorcycle cats, and they have their own helmets, and it's so odd to me to see the cat be just fine with getting a motorcycle helmet put on its head.
That it would let you do that.
Yeah.
I was just looking at earlier the Josh Davis's
Doc-
Sphinx
Dr.
cats.
Dr.
Yeah.
Josh Davis?
Yeah, his Mr. Crinkles.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Crinkles would ride on a bike in a second.
Think he's a bike cat?
I would think so.
All right.
He'll do anything
Mr.
else.
Crinkles will need a leather jacket, though, because just for protection.
He'd look
That is
bitchin' in
true.
it, too.
All right. We will take a break, play a song for you, and we'll crawl towards the exits coming up. Stand by. UtahAdvocates.com.
Speaking of bikes,
yes,
the advocates want your old, used, and even broken bikes and bike parts if you're doing some spring cleaning and you have bikes in your garage or a shed that no one rides, bring them to the advocates on Friday, May 17th. That's this Friday, isn't it? And that's from 6 to noon for their third annual Bikes or Bust event. Donated bikes or bike parts will be used to repair and distribute back to the community. And if you don't have a bike but you want to help anyway, donate via Venmo at Advocates Donations. Venmo at Advocates Donations, or you can go to UtahAdvocates.com blog for more information.
And maybe you've been in a biking accident. You can call the advocates anytime, 801-355-5550, or chat 24/7 at UtahAdvocates.com for free. We'll not charge you a penny out of pocket, a dime out of pocket, any amount of change out of pocket for that. They'll just get paid out of the settlement that you receive.
So if you've been hurt in an accident and you just don't know what to do, the advocates can help you. UtahAdvocates.com.
I mean, I have one. I don't know if you have one, Bill.
What?
Do you like mine?
I'm not going to show you mine.
Oh, I mean, I've got, one of those things.
One of these things?
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
I thought you were referring to something else.
No. I have 13 things bartenders wish they could say to customers, from drink tips to bar etiquette.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, please don't order vodka.
Why?
It says, because beer, you're okay, but vodka, people drink too much of it and don't realize they're drunk and misbehave. So they don't want you. What?
That's dumb.
Use cash to pay for a single drink. Running credit cards is more time-consuming than a cash transaction, and a tiny tip from one drink is not worth my extra time. If you're just having one drink, pay cash. Order mixed drinks with caution. This is interesting. Almost no restaurants or bars clean their ice machines as regularly as they're supposed to.
Lovely.
I'd like a whiskey sour with a shot of caution, please.
The next one is, I'm a person. Please treat me like one. I'm not a servant. I'm not a potential date. Please don't take advantage of the fact that I have to treat you in a professional manner. This is my place of employment, not your house. You are a guest here. So
I don't think it's very. Listen. You're whining about don't telling me not to order vodka. They'll treat you like you're the employee you are.
Be nice to your bartender. Order everything at once. Don't have me make a margarita, then order your buddy a beer only to realize that, we have another margarita too. Tell me, because once they start mixing it, if they knew they were going to have 2 margaritas, they'd mix 2 in the shaker.
These bartenders are taking all the fun out of drinking.
Bill, you should be nice to bartenders. They provide a valuable service.
I provide a valuable service by drinking.
Let's see. I see you, and I'll get to you the second I can.
I'm sure you will.
I know you've been waiting. If I haven't taken your order, it's for a good reason.
Is me waving this $20 bill in the air sweetening the pot any?
Wait, just like everyone. Everyone wants their drink right now, and it takes time to mix them, especially if they're craft cocktails and they take the time and
This
your
is
drink.
a whiny bartender.
Stop hitting on your bartender. The bartender does not want to date you, Bill.
I don't do that.
No?
No. I hit on the cocktail waitress.
They don't want to date you either.
No. I had somebody tell me once, seriously, he was in the process of getting a divorce, and he said to me, Bill, never marry your cocktail waitress.
That never results in a 50-year marriage.
It just didn't work out.
Put your laptop away. You're not fooling anyone. Stop trying to, quote unquote, work at the bar. You are a functional alcoholic. Cram your drinking in now and go
This
to
bartender's a jerk.
your laptop at the bar.
And listen, you can do what I'm paying good money for this drink. I can work at the bar if I want.
Money talks. Time is money, and your bar stool is real estate. Meaning, if you're going to have one drink and sit there forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, now get out of the way and give someone else a chance.
I'm having one drink and getting out of here because you're the most unpleasant bartender I've ever been around.
It says, don't get annoyed when people order over you if you're sitting at a bar stool. Again, you're at expensive real estate. The bar is a place for transaction, not private dining.
Rules.
That girl will not go home with you just because you bought her a $9 shot.
Want to bet?
Some people will buy loads of expensive shots when out in groups when they're trying to look flashy, but you look stupid when you order expensive shots. And no, she's not going to go home with you.
No.
You're overpaying for super expensive cocktails.
Yeah.
You're paying about 400% more than the cost of ingredients to have your drink made. However,
This is why I don't go to bars. I drink at home.
but when you go to a bar, getting a craft cocktail where they have the very specific ice and the hand muddled herbs and the fresh squeezed juice, that is worth it, I think, going out and getting a really well-made, good ingredient mix.
The way I do it is I call on the phone and I order the drink and I say, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
I want it waiting at the edge of the bar.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
This says, I'm judging you on your drink order.
I was always fearful of that one.
You can tell what type of person is by their drink order. If you're in a bar with tons of people and it's loud and you order something complicated, you're just being a jerk, Gin and tonic, that's, but if you order something very...
But don't order vodka and tonic. I always maintain that vodka is really, it's the alcohol for people who don't like the taste of alcohol.
I think so, too. And Kerry loves it.
Yeah, he does.
Because he doesn't like the taste of alcohol.
That's his preferred...
You put it... The only way that I like vodka is just straight, ice cold and straight.
We have one bottle of vodka in our house that we have had for I don't know how long. And it's there for if we have somebody over and they're vodka drinker, but we never drink it.
The last time I had vodka is when I had that watermelon and basil infused vodka from Jimmy.
That was good.
That's like the last vodka that I've been drinking.
My sister one time gave me, it was really cool. It was a glass bowl you put ice in, and then these glass test tubes that you would fill with vodka and then stick them in the bowl of ice and just drink these cold shots out of these
little test tubes.
Yeah.
Somebody texted and they said, what about things customers want to say to the bartenders, like spending 20 minutes watching servers take Snapchat videos behind the bar?
Yes.
Anything else? Is that it?
That was the last of the list.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Well, now I'd like a cocktail.
I appreciate our bartenders, and I think if Jimmy Santangelo were here, he would have some. Maybe we can ask him about that. He'll be here tomorrow. Doing his Have Another Drink with Jimmy.
Ask him what he thinks about those things. Because most of those things suggest to me that it's a bartender who does not care very much for being a bartender and for hospitality.
I think anyone in the service industry would tell you that they're abused daily, and it's a hard job.
And if that's a problem for you, get out of the service industry.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it does for days.
I just wanted where did our luck? It's over there.
Why'd you leave it over there?
It's over there. It went over there. You just you're not looking close enough.
All right. Let's do the promo and crawl
Now,
towards the exit.
can we put any song in here?
That's the whole thing.
Do whatever you want.
Okay. All right.
So what's a song like that you could listen to, just one song, every day forever? What's
Oh,
that?
it's easy. No One Lives Forever by Oingo Boingo.
Or what about Make a Picture by Andrew Bird?
Okay. How about we do an X poll on it tomorrow? Let's see what one song you could listen to for the rest of your life.
Wait, just one single song? That's going to be a tough one.
Well, be ready to call in at 7:45 with your song answers on Thursday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
All right.
That song, you're probably not familiar with
No.
it, but it comes back into my head all the time.
All right. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Smoke local, kids. Like your meat, like, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.